1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Actually, just one wingman tonight. My name is Joey Hurley. I'm taking care of radio out while the Orem Owlz are on the road. We're out here in Casper, Wyoming, facing the Casper Rockies, the minor league affiliate team of the Colorado Rockies. Having a great time out here. I apologize for last night not being able to broadcast for you. I was all ready to go, everything in front of me, and realized I didn't have any money. And I need money to make the broadcast happen. And it's all my fault, though. I'm very sorry. I apologize. I will try to help you out and tell you what went on last night and also help you keep the game moving tonight. Should be a very exciting game. The final score of last night's game happened to be 9 for the Rockies and 8 for your Orem Owlz. A very close game all the way up to the end in the 9th inning there. But now all the teams, now the Rockies and the Owlz are tied for second in the Southern Division with 4 wins and 6 losses. Also, Idaho Falls Chuckers are tied with 4 wins, 6 losses. It's the Ogden Raptors that are leading with 8 wins and 2 losses. So that's what's going on. Last night also we had a lot of great stuff happen. Owlz got 8 runs in, 13 hits, and 1 error. The Rockies 9 runs, 16 hits, and 2 errors. The Owlz doing a great job, though, of keeping the game alive. Brett Martinez, the catcher, got player of the night last night. He got a RBI with 2 outs, and threw out 2 runners, trying to steal second, and doing a great job out there. Also, Dallas Morris, the third baseman, getting 1 RBI. That was Brett Martinez, actually totaling 4 RBIs for the night. And Anderson Rosario with 2 RBIs. Rosario came in for Bradley Kuhn in the 5th inning, and then Michael Hughes came in for Overstreet in the 5th and struck out. The Owlz had 9 runners left on base by the end of the night, and a couple great plays though. Martinez, of course, with his home run for the night, and off of the Pichardo, the pitcher for the Rockies, there was a 2 on base and 2 outs there in the 9th inning, and Martinez hit that wonderful home run, bringing our total up to 8 for the night. Let's go over a little bit about the Rockies, what they did last night. Left 12 runners on base. A couple other players, Trevor Allen and Nazario, had a couple 2-out RBIs as well. They are, again, tied in the Pioneer League with 4 wins and 6 losses. Same with the Orem Owlz. The field out here in the Casper Rockies is very nice. Got some longer fences than out in the home of the Owl Stadium. We're looking at 355, 412, and 345 till the outfield walls. Low outfield walls, though, out here. Great attendance coming in. The crowd is still pumping in there, and it looks like it should be a good game tonight. A beautiful day outside today. Nice and hot, though. Let's go over a little bit about the Pioneer League standings. Your Orem Owlz showing up a lot in the league standings. First of all, Mark Trumbo is in the top 5 with 5 doubles in the Pioneer League. That's Mark Trumbo, 5 doubles. Andrew Hill with 3 losses in the Pioneer League. Top with 3 losses in the Pioneer League. Billy Boyer and Mark Trumbo both have 7 extra base hits. That's top 5 of the Pioneer League. And Anthony Whittington, 7 walks. One of our pitchers in the top 5 Pioneer League. Also, Heinley Stacia doing a great job with 2 triples in the Pioneer League standings. Kelly Shearer for Orem with 0 wins and 1 loss. He's in the top 10 with an ERA of 2.0 and 9 innings pitched with 8 strikeouts. And again, Anthony Whittington in the top 5 of the Pioneer League with 11 strikeouts, doing a fantastic job. And let's see, the team batting average for Orem so far, 264. And for Casper, 329. And the team pitching for Orem, 4.97. And for Casper, 7.13. Let's go over the starting lineup for the Casper Rockies tonight. Playing out here in Casper, Wyoming. Here comes the lineup. Second baseman Eric Young batting first, and then Maurice Lupidaire, center fielder. Cole Garner, designated hitter. Chris Cook, first base. Trevor Allen, left field. Daniel Mayora, third base. Luke Sargent, the catcher, and Jesse Brownold, right fielder. And then Radamez Nazario, shortstop. Eric Young, the first batter in the lineup there, was on the DL for almost the whole year, and finally came back last night for his first game, so he is still batting 0. Last game was his first night. And the manager team for the Casper Rockies, P.J. Carey, their manager, Richard Palacios, the pitching coach, and Tony Diaz, the hitting coach. They're staying high up there. The Casper Rockies staying high with their batting averages, ranging around the 300 mark, doing pretty good. All right, now for the Orem Owlz and their batting averages, and let's see what's going on here with the Orem Owlz. Batting first, Heinle Statia, the shortstop, hails from Curacao, in the Netherlands Antilles, batting .316 from last night's .364. Again, Heinle Statia leads the league with, is top 5 of the league with 2 triples. Next batting, second baseman Billy Boyer, hails from Auburn, Washington, batting at .278 after last night's game with a .281 batting average. And then third baseman Dallas Morris from Opelousas, Louisiana, batting .270 after last night's batting .250. First baseman Mark Trumbo from Anaheim, California, batting .325, doing better than last night at .314. Designated hitter Colby Overstreet from Midland, Texas, batting .280, a little bit lower than last night's .304. Brett Martinez, the catcher from Redlands, California, batting .333, much higher than last night's .211. And then some new players tonight, Josh Coles batting next, the left fielder, Josh Coles from Nampa, Idaho, batting .133. Anderson Rosario, the right fielder from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, batting .250. And Stantrell Smith, the center fielder from Atlanta, Georgia, batting .281, a little bit lower than last night's .286. Pitching for the Orem Owlz tonight, starting off, Jose Arredondo, number 47, currently with an ERA of 8.44, 5.1 innings pitched, and 4 strikeouts so far. Forgot to mention the pitcher for the Rockies. Pitching for the Rockies tonight, Alan Johnson, with an ERA of 3.48 and 10.1 innings pitched with 11 strikeouts. Let's go quickly to a commercial break, and we'll be back for the start of the game right after these messages.
If the Owls are going to compete for the Pioneer League Championship, they're going to need an ace on the staff to lead the way. If you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing, you need an ace of your own. Look no further than Ace Mortgage Company. Our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best suits your needs. Give us a call today at 426-5757. That's 426-5757. Ace Mortgage Company. Absolute commitment to excellence.
This is the true story of flying wolverines. Once there was a smart doctor named Dr. Smart. One day at Utah Valley State College, Dr. Smart met some wolverines who wanted to learn to fly, but they had no wings. Dr. Smart said, "I can give you wings," and he started a professional flight school for the wolverines. He saw how the industry was growing, so he made room for more wolverines in his school. Soon he had a full staff of instructors and a fleet of aircraft to help teach hundreds of wolverines in Utah Valley. There Well, hundreds of other Wolverines, though, living all over the country wanted to learn to fly at such a great school. Dr. Smart told them, wings for you, too. Then he did something very unique. He made aviation courses available online. Suddenly, Wolverines living far away could train at flight schools right in their own backyards and earn their bachelor's degrees from UVSC. Today, thanks to Dr. Smart and UVSC's Global Aviation Program, there are flying Wolverines all over the world. You can learn about them at uvscaviation.com.
This message sponsored by the Salt Lake Radio Broadcasters Association.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
My favorite intro song. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. My name is Joey Hurley. I'm out here in Casper, Wyoming versus the Casper Rockies. We're on our second game of this two-game series here against the Rockies. Last night's game wasn't able to broadcast, but tonight I'm right here ready for you to take on the whole game tonight. Should be a fantastic game. Again, last night the Rockies beat us 9-8 here in Casper, Wyoming. The game is about to start out here pretty soon. I'd like to let you know that these Owlz radio broadcasts done through K-Star 1400 AM and on www.oremowlz.com are brought to you by Ace Mortgage Company, Blue Mountain Insurance, and Marcon Incorporated. Looks like they're doing the first pitch out there. And when the Owls first built their stadium, they went with a contractor that kept an eye on beauty, comfort, and detail. For your next building project, let Marcon Incorporated General Contracting create that beauty, comfort, and detail for you. They specialize in custom new construction, remodels, and additions. Marcon Incorporated General Contracting, let them take the hassle out of your construction needs. And when it comes to firearms, bearing arms is your right. Gun safety is your responsibility. Never celebrate the 4th of July by firing rounds into the air. Store your firearms out of the reach of children and always use trigger-locking devices and gun safes. A community service reminder from Sportsman's Warehouse, located on Riverdale Road between PetSmart and Target, and online at sportsmanswarehouse.com. Fans, when the Owls are at home, we want you right here at the stadium. But when the team is on the road, be sure to follow them on K-Star Radio, 1400 AM. And like I said, the radio broadcasts are made possible in part by Ace Mortgage Company, Blue Mountain Insurance, and Marcon Incorporated. Looks like the Casper Rockies are taking the field right here with their little leaguers right behind them. Today's game, the Rockies go for a two-game sweep of Orem. With tonight's game, they're going to try, but I hope they fail for our sake. Right-handed Radames Manzueta tries to get his first win of the season, one of the pitchers. Manzueta was 0 for 2 with an ERA of 10.8. He's not the first pitcher tonight. That's Alan Johnson, but he'll be coming up later. The opponents, most teams hitting 414 against him. The Rockies are also trying to heal physically with injuries to Brett Berglund and Dexter Fowler. Again, last night the Rockies beat us 9-8. Casper started the scoring with a 4-run fourth inning off of Andrew Hill of the Owls. Andrew Hill was pitching at the time. Andrew Hill currently with a 9.64 ERA and pitched 9.1 innings so far with 3 strikeouts going for him. But pitching tonight, Jose Arredondo for the Orem Owls. Looking for something else to tell you about. I think I've been through most of the. Let's go through a little bit of the Pioneer League standings. In the Pioneer League North, Helena Brewers with 8 wins, 1 loss. Orleans Mustangs with 7 wins, 2 losses. The Great Falls White Sox, 2 wins, 7 losses. Missoula Osprey, 1 win, 8 losses. And in the Pioneer League South, Ogden Raptors with 8 wins, 2 losses. Casper Rockies, 4 wins, 6 losses. Idaho Falls Chuckers, 4 wins, 6 losses. And Orem Owlz, 4 wins, 6 losses. Tied for second in the Pioneer League South. After this quick commercial break, we'll come back with the start of the game. Thanks for listening.
Are you hungry for great tasting Mexican food? Take a time out and stop by a local Beto's. Have you tried our burritos and chimichangas? People are voting Beto's food as numero uno in Utah. Beto's has 15 convenient locations in Utah. Most of our restaurants are open 24 hours to satisfy your craving anytime. Check us out on the web at betosmex.com. Stop by any participating Beto's location and receive a Vote for Beto's punch card, which could entitle you to free food. Holy frijoles! It's Beto's time.
Everybody wants to be recognized for their accomplishments. From Little League to the pros, Employee of the Month to Salesperson of the Year, awards are a great way of saying you're a superstar. If you have a superstar on your team or at work, contact Payson Sports and Trophy. They feature a winning selection of awards, plaques, and trophies, as well as custom engraving and quantity discounts. Find them in your Yellow Pages or stop by at 15 East 100 North in Payson. Payson Sports and Trophy, blue ribbon quality and service. 1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. My name is Joey Hurley out here in Casper, Wyoming. The game's about to begin. Looking like a good time out here. Again, first pitching up for the Casper Rockies, Alan Johnson. An ERA of 3.41, 10.1 innings pitched, and 11 strikeouts. The color guard now leaving the field. A beautiful national anthem out here with fireworks during the national anthem. As she said, Rockets red glare. The Rockets red glared in the sky. Well, it looks like we're almost about to get ready here. The Orem Owlz coming back from a loss last night, 9-8 from the Rockies. But still playing well. Brett Martinez, the winner, the player of the game last night, with his rocket arm to second base, not letting anyone steal, caught 2 stealing on second. And Phil Dallas Morris and Trumbo doing a great job out there. Morris with that rocket arm, keeping things alive at first base with Trumbo there. The Rockies are now warming up. Again, your pitching and hitting staff for the Orem Owlz, head coach Tom Kochman, Aaron Wells, their strength coach, Zeke Zimmerman, pitching coach, and K.J. Johnson, the hitting coach. First up to bat here for the Orem Owlz, number 14, Heinle Stacia, the shortstop. Heinle Stacia hails from Curaçao, Netherlands, Antilles. Acquired in the 2004 draft. Top 5 in the league with 2 triples. Currently batting .316. Last night in the game came in batting .364. And now down to .316. Let's see what he can do. He's on the deck there warming up. Again, a beautiful night out here in Casper, Wyoming. It's feels about, I'd say 80 degrees, sun shining, nice and clear out here. The crowd is really filling in, still waiting at the gates back there. And we're almost full inside this stadium. Last night the attendance here at Lansing Field for the Casper Rockies was about 890. And tonight looks like about 3 times as much as that. All right, looks like we're ready to go here. Start a fantastic game. I can't wait. First up to bat, Heinle Stacia for the Orem Owlz takes the plate now. And the crowd ready to go. No runners on base here. Welcome, the top of the first inning. No runs scored yet. First batter, let's see what happens. Here's the first pitch to Stacia. Goes for the bunt, and high and outside. That's ball 1 for Stacia. 1-0 count. No outs. Top of the first here. Here comes the next pitch to Stacia. Goes for the bunt again. Right over the inside of the plate, and strike 1. Stacia composing himself. All right, here's the pitch to Stacia. Pops that one high out into left field foul territory into the bullpen. That is strike 2 for Stacia. 1-2 count. No outs yet here in the top of the first. No runs scored yet. Finally, Stacia up at the plate. Again, currently batting .316. Here's the next pitch to Stacia. And real inside. Stacia turns and twists for that one. That is ball 2. 2-2 count. No outs here in the top of the first. Still a scoreless game. just getting started here. Just firing things up. Getting it cooking. Here's the next pitch to Stacia. Swing and a miss. And that is, looks like the ump is waiting to make the call. Heading out to the pitcher's mound. That one, I think that one fouled off the bottom of his bat there. Looked like it bounced off into foul territory. So we're still at the 2-2 count with Heinle Stacia up to bat here in the top of the first. So far, a scoreless game. And the catcher, Luke Sargent, for the Rockies, taking a moment to stretch his legs. Okay, looks like we're almost ready to go here. 2-2 pitch to Stacia. Reel inside again, but right over the edge of the plate, and strike three. Stacia goes down swinging. One out now for the Orem Owls here in the top of the first. Still a scoreless game. All right, now batting for the Orem Owls, Billy Boyer, the second baseman. Billy Boyer, number 7, coming into the game with a batting average of .278. Boyer doing a great job last night as well. Now with 5 RBIs. All right, 0-0 pitch, 1 out. Top of the first. Here's the first pitch to Boyer. Cracks that one towards the shortstop. Shortstop throws to first base. Chris Cook, and gets him to the out at first. Getting 2 outs now for the Orem Owls here in the top of the first. That's 2 runners gone so far. That was shortstop Radames Nazario, number 4, making the play to Cook at first there for the Rockies. Okay, coming up to the plate here for the Orem Owls, number 30, Dallas Morris, the third baseman. Morris hails from Opelousas, Louisiana, currently batting .270. Morris has 8 RBIs under his belt. Here comes the first pitch to Morris. Watches that one go by. Little inside, ball 1. 1-0 count, 2 outs here in the top of the first. Still a scoreless game as we see Dallas Morris taking the plate. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Morris. Cracks that one high out foul into the right field territory. First baseman Cook is trying to get underneath it and couldn't even try. They went over the gate on the other side. That's strike 1 for Morris. 1-1 count, 2 outs here in the top of the first. Still Morris up at the plate. Morris with 1 home run so far this season. Here comes the next pitch to Morris. Cracks that one right down the third base line, and it's called fair. Umpire calls it fair in the last minute, and Morris rounds first and rounds second. A double for Morris as he makes it to second base there. Right, with a hit right along the third base line. Nice hit by Morris there. Still 2 outs here in the top of the first. Still a scoreless game. We now have a runner on second base for the Owls. Now batting number 24, Mark Trumbo, the first baseman. Trumbo hails from Anaheim, California, with currently batting .325. All right, runner on second base, top of the first here, 2 outs. Here comes the first pitch to Trumbo. Pitcher checks his runner behind him. High and outside, and Trumbo checks his bat in time for ball 1. Still got a runner on second base, 1-0 count, 2 outs here in the top of the first. Pitcher checks the runner behind him. Here's the pitch. Fouls off the top of his bat there. Real high pitch. And strike 1 for Trumbo. If you're just joining us, we're still in the top of the first inning here. Still a scoreless game. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mark Trumbo up to bat with 2 outs and a runner on second. That was Billy Boyer getting that double out there. Pitcher checks his runner on second. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Right over the center of the plate there. Looks like a changeup to me. Strike 2. 1-2 count. 2 outs here. Top of the first. Still a scoreless game. Runner on second base for the Owls. Mark Trumbo still at the plate here. Pitcher checks his runner behind him. Checks him again. Here's the next pitch to Trumbo. Cracks that one. Foul right against the plate. Bounces high into the air. Catcher couldn't get underneath it. Still the 1-2 count. 2 outs. Top of the first still. No runs scored yet. Still got a runner on second and Mark Trumbo up at the plate. Trumbo currently with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. Here comes the next pitch to Trumbo. Swing and a miss right over the edge of the plate there. But it looked like it was just a bit outside, I guess. The ump hasn't called it yet. He calls it foul. All right, 1-2 count still. 2 outs, top of the first. Trumbo still at the plate with a runner on second. Trumbo currently in the top 5 of the Pioneer League standings with 5 doubles. Good gracious. All right, runner on second. 1-2 count. 2 outs, top of the first. Pitcher checks his runner on second. Here's the next pitch to Trumbo. Cracks that one high against the ground and up into the catcher's mitt. Catcher throws to first and gets him out at first. That was Chris Cook making the catch at first and ending the top of the first inning. Still a scoreless game. Billy Boyer left on second base there. The score is currently 0 for the Owls, 0 for the Casper Rockies. Come on back for the bottom of the second after this.
Welcome to the Pepsi Theater Minute. Today, the story of Langusto and Pesto.
Ah, Langusto.
Oh, pesto.
Cacciatore, lasagna, gorgonzola.
Oh, linguini, la carbonara, calzone.
Scalupini, tortellini al pomodoro, bruschetta, prosciutto, ricotta. Pepsi.
Pepsi, cappellini, salame, pancetta, Pepsi, mortadella.
Calzone, Pepsi.
Pepsi, ravioli, scalopine, minestrone, prosciutto.
Pepsi e scalopine.
Linguini, cannelloni, maccheroni, gnocchi, gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola, Bologna.
Spaghetti.
Antipasti.
Parmigiano, provolone, mozzarella, Pepsi.
Langusto, calamari. Langusto, Pepsi.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Owlz broadcast is brought to you in part by Payson Sports and Trophy, Blue Ribbon Quality and Service, by Frederico Landscaping, exceeding your expectations since 1980, by the United States Air Force, Cross into the Blue, by Western States Insurance Agency. Our customers are first class, just like our service, and by Triple T Heating and Cooling, comfort from our family to yours.
1400 K-Star.
It's time for your Orem Owlz to take your breath away. Welcome back to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're here in Casper, Wyoming, at the bottom of the first inning. We're now batting for the Casper Rockies. Eric Young, the second baseman. Here comes the first pitch to Young, right over the edge of the plate, and strike one. Pitching for your Orem Owlz, number 47, Jose Arredondo, ERA 8.44. 5.1 innings pitched and 4 strikeouts so far. Here comes the next pitch to Young. High and outside, called ball 1. 1-1 count for Eric Young here in the bottom of the first inning. Still a scoreless game, 0-0. No outs yet. Here comes the next pitch to Young. Cracks that one off the top of his bat, foul territory, out way over the parking lot, over the third base line. I need to make a correction on the last pitcher for the Casper Rockies is actually Radames Manzueta pitching, not Johnson. All right, here comes the next pitch to Young. Way high and outside. Martinez, the catcher, jumped up for that one. And we're looking at ball 2. 2-2 count. No outs here. Eric Young at the plate for the Casper Rockies. Bottom of the first, still a scoreless game. Here comes the next pitch to Young. Swing and a miss. Right over the edge of the plate, and that is strike 3. Arredondo with his first strikeout of the night. Doing a fantastic job so far. We're at the bottom of the first inning here. Still a scoreless game. 1 out now for the Casper Rockies as number 21, Maurice Lupadere, steps up to the plate, the center fielder from Panama City, Panama. Here's the first pitch to Lupadere, and he tries to go for the bunt on that one and goes right over the plate behind him. Strike 1. 0-1 count. 1 out. Here in the bottom of the first. Here comes the next pitch to Lupadere. Cracks that one right past the pitcher, and shortstop Heinle Stacia grabs it, throws it to Trumbo at first, and makes the out at first. Easy out. Didn't even have to try for that one. Well, he's had to try, but made it look easy. All right, now 2 outs for the Casper Rockies here in the bottom of the first. Still a scoreless game. Now batting for the Rockies, number 5, Cole Garner, the designated hitter from Lakewood, California. Another place really near my house. I hang out in Lakewood quite a bit with Rit every once in a while out in Lakewood. Here comes the first pitch to Garner. Looks like that one is a little inside. And changeup, ball 1. 1-0 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Still at the plate, Cole Garner, designated hitter for the Rockies. Here's his next pitch. That one's really inside. Checks his bat just in time for ball 2. Another changeup from Arredondo. All right, 2-0 pitch, 2 outs. Here's the next pitch. Cracks that one right past third baseman Dallas Morris out into left field. And Garner makes it to first base. A single for Garner. Now batting for the Casper Rockies, number 25, Chris Cook, the first baseman from Mesa, Arizona. He's currently coming up with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, still a scoreless game. Chris Cook batting .300 so far in this season. All right, runner on first base here. 2 outs, bottom of the first. Here comes the first pitch to Cook. And watches that one go by. A little inside, ball 1 for Cook. Cook with 5 RBIs so far this season. All right, runner on first base, bottom of the first, 2 outs, 1-0 pitch. Here comes the pitch to Cook. Swing and a miss. Right on the outside of the plate there, and strike 1. Still a scoreless game here out in Casper, Wyoming. Your Orem Owlz versus the Casper Rockies in our second game in this 2-game series. 1-1 count, 2 outs, bottom of the first. Here comes the next pitch to Cook. Swing and a miss right over the center of the plate there, and strike 2. Still got a runner on first base for the Rockies. That was Lou Padere getting that single out there. 1-2 count, 2 outs, bottom of the first. Here's the next pitch to Cook, and pops that one foul out behind us in the right field territory. Lou Padere on first base had a huge head start there, going for the steal, but to no avail. 1-2 count, 2 outs, bottom of the first inning, still a scoreless game. Chris Cook still up at the plate, milking this at-bat for all it's worth. Here comes the next pitch to Cook. Swing and a miss, low and outside. Right over the plate, though. And looks like he had a delayed run there to first. Ending the bottom of the first inning, that was Cook getting out there at first base. Now, still a scoreless game, 0-0 here at Casper, Wyoming versus, Casper Rockies versus the Orem Owlz. Come on back for the top of the second after these messages.
One of the unsung heroes at the ballpark is the groundskeeping crew. And it's up to them to ensure the field looks its best on game day. While your yard may not take the same pounding as the turf at a baseball stadium, it still deserves professional care. More Utah County residents rely on the pros at Frederico Landscaping Incorporated. They're now celebrating their 25th year of providing custom residential landscaping. For all your landscaping needs, including water features and grounds maintenance, you can rely on Frederico Landscaping. See their work online at fredericolandscaping.com.
With energy costs soaring higher than an Owlz homer, it's important that your cooling system is working at peak performance. So call Triple T Heating and Cooling. We feature service and repairs of all makes and models of heating and cooling systems. And come winter, we can set you up with a warm, energy-efficient gas fireplace. Serving all of Utah County, visit our showroom 1550 North Main in Spanish Fork or log on to TripleTHeating.com. Triple T Heating and Cooling. Comfort from our family to yours for over 30 years.
1400 K-Star.
Why do owls sing? Man, it was bad. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're here at the top of the second inning versus the Casper Rockies out here in Casper, Wyoming. Now batting for the Orem Owlz, number 12, Colby Overstreet, the designated hitter from Midland, Texas. Still pitching for the Casper Rockies, Radames Manzueta, still at the mound. All right, Still a scoreless game here, top of the second. Here comes the first pitch to Colby Overstreet, and watches that one go by right over the plate. Change up, strike one. Colby Overstreet currently batting .280. 0-1 count, 0 outs. Top of the second here. Here's the next pitch to Overstreet. Pops that one right towards the pitcher. Pitcher bobbles that one and makes the throw to Chris Cook at first, getting the out at first. Looked like he was about to lose that one. Manzueta about to lose that one, but made the correction and made the out at first. Getting our first out here for the Orem Owls in the top of the second. Now batting for your Orem Owls, number 36, Brett Martinez, the catcher, hails from Redlands, California. First at bat tonight. One out now, top of the second. Here's the first pitch to Martinez, way high and outside, ball one. Martinez currently batting .333. Here's the next pitch to Martinez. Change up, low and outside, ball two. 2-0 count. One out here in the top of the second. Still a scoreless game for the Orem Owls and the Casper Rockies, of course. Here comes the next pitch to Martinez. Right over the edge of the plate. That one looked outside to me. Nice curveball there, but strike one for Martinez. Well, it wasn't nice in the sense that it hurt our team. It was nice in the sense that it was thrown well. Of course, I want the Orem Owls not to get another strike. 2-1 pitch. Cracks that one high, foul into the air. Catches underneath it. He asked the audience, where is it? And it's lost in the sun right over the fence there. Strike two for Martinez. That was a high foul there, but lost into the sun. 2-2 pitch. 2-2 count here. One out, top of the second, still a scoreless game. Here's the next pitch to Martinez. And cracks that one down the third baseline, pops up in the air, but out foul. Called it foul there. 2-2 count still. One out. Top of the second inning. Martinez still at the plate here. Martinez doing really well so far with 6 RBIs and 1 home run. 8 hits. Here comes the next pitch to Martinez. Another one fouled off behind us into the grandstand. Martinez keeping alive here in the top of the second. And the crowd is booing because they're afraid of a giant object falling on their heads. 2-2 count. One out here. Top of the second still. Still a scoreless game. Brett Martinez at the plate with no runners on base yet. Here comes the next pitch to Martinez. Way high and outside. Inside. Martinez ducked back for that one. And ball three. Full count here for Martinez with one out. Top of the second. No runners on base. And calls the time for Martinez. Takes a practice swing. Again, Martinez got the player of the game last night for the Orem Owls. All right, here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss right over the edge of the plate there and strikes him out. That was Brett Martinez getting the second out here for the Orem Owls here in the top of the second. 2 outs now, no runners on base as Josh Cole steps up to the plate. Now batting number 7. That's not number 7. I think it's number 27. Yes, number 27, Josh Cole, left fielder from Nampa, Idaho, currently batting .133. 2 outs here on the top of the second, still a scoreless game. Here's the first pitch to Cole. Watches that one go by right over the edge of the plate. Strike one. That one is just on the outside of the strike zone there. I'm just calling that one real outside. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Here's the next pitch to Cole, way outside and low, and ball one. Coles was acquired in the 2003 draft. Played for the Provo Angels before. Here comes the next pitch to Coles. Swing and a miss. Right over the edge of the plate again. Strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the second. No runners on base yet for the Owls, and no scores, and no runs scored for either team. Joshua Cole still up at the plate here. Currently with 1 RBI. Here's the next pitch to Coles. Fouls that one high into the air. Back behind us into the grandstand. It's really hard. The sun is right in all their faces, in the pitcher's face and the catcher's face right now. Advantage for us, but when we take the field, you never know. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Cole. Swing and a miss. right over the edge of plate again. And strike three. Manzueta has struck out 2 batters in a row so far, ending the bottom of the second inning. Ending the top of the second inning. Score is still 0-0. Come on back for the bottom of the second after this.
Today, more and more people are insuring their homes with us through Auto Owners Insurance. We'll provide low-cost, quality protection, claim service that is second to none, and if you insure both your home and car through Auto Owners Insurance, you'll qualify for additional premium discounts.
Find out more at Blue Mountain Insurance, located on University Avenue in Provo. Give them a call at 373-SAVE. That's 373-7283. Blue Mountain Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people.
The Wolverine, or Coolalascus, makes its den close to the I-15 freeway in Orem, Utah. Its feeding grounds on the campus of Utah Valley State College provides the Wolverine with a plentiful diet of over 32 four-year programs and an array of savory associate's degrees. But the Wolverine's an insatiable hunter and has developed an appetite for larger prey in the NCAA. Its recent forays have already disrupted Division I wildlife throughout the region. The Wolverine's a ferocious fighter, known to defeat animals several times its size. Humans should avoid confrontation with Wolverines wherever possible. Yet, for the sake of research, we went into the Wolverine den to record their behavior.
For decades, the cougar's been presumed by ecologists and athletic directors in Utah to be at the top of the provincial food chain. Now, with the introduction of the green and gold UVSC Wolverines into the NCAA Division I ecosystem, it's evident that, as they say, there's a new color in town.
1400 K-Star.
All right, welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, the Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Casper Rockies are now up to bat here in the bottom of the second. Still a scoreless game. Up to bat now, Trevor Allen for the Casper Rockies. Trevor Allen's first pitch was a inside ball, and his next pitch there he fouled off into the grandstand. Trevor Allen, number 27, left fielder for the Casper Rockies, hails from Haxton, Colorado. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs here in the bottom of the second for the Rockies. No runners on base, still a scoreless game. Here comes the next pitch to Trevor Allen, and swing and a miss, strike 2. Right over the edge of the plate there, fastball. 1-2 count, no outs here, bottom of the second, still a scoreless game. Here's the next pitch to Trevor Allen, and strikes him out right over the inside of the plate there, fastball, and that's now 1 out for the Casper Rockies. That was our pitcher, Jose Arredondo, still pitching. All right, now batting for the Casper Rockies, Daniel Mayora, third baseman. He's coming up with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Here's his pitch, way inside, and Mayora had to duck back and get on the ground for that one. That one just skimmed the edge of his shoulder, and it looks like everyone's okay. The catcher Martinez going out there to the mound to give a chat. Again, that was Daniel Mayora up at the plate now for the Rockies, number 17, third baseman, hails from Estado, Venezuela. Another one of these players from Venezuela. We have a couple on our team as well. All right, the Warriors still in the bottom of the second here. 1 ball for Mayora. No strikes. 1 out. Bottom of the second. Still a scoreless game. No runners on base. Here comes the next pitch to Mayora. Real inside, but right catches the edge of the plate there. Fastball. Strike 1. Here comes the next pitch to Mayora. Pops that one high, foul out to right field foul territory, hitting the bullpen. And that is strike 1 for Mayora. That last pitch was actually called a ball. It was a little inside there. So we're at the 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the second here. Still a scoreless game. Mayora still up at the plate. Mayora currently batting .333. Here's the pitch to Mayora. Hits right to third baseman Dallas Morris. Dallas Morris makes the rocket to first and gets him out at first. Morris bobbled the ball a little bit, but still made the throw to Trumbo at first base, getting the out. What concentration on Morris's part. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the second as the Casper Rockies take the plate with number 12, Luke Sargent, the catcher. 2 outs here. Bottom of the second, here's the first pitch to Sargent. And that one's inside. Had to duck back a little bit for that one. Ball 1. Still no runners on base. Still a scoreless game. Here in the bottom of the second. Here's the next pitch to Sargent. Pops that one foul out behind us on the right field foul territory. And that's strike 1. 1-1 count. 2 outs here. Bottom of the second inning. Still a scoreless game. Luke Sargent up to bat. He hails from Costa Mesa, California, the catcher for the Rockies. Here's his next pitch right over the edge of the plate there. Strike 2. 1-2 count. 2 outs. No runners on base yet. Here's the next pitch to Sargent. Swing and a miss. Looks like that one pops off just the bottom of his bat there. But not good enough. Strike 2. No, we already had strike 2. That one just called foul. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. And that one's a little outside for ball 2. Again, Luke Sargent currently batting .333. Say a little more in a second here. The calls a break for Luke Sargent. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Deuce is wild here in the bottom of the second. Still a scoreless game. Luke Sargent with 1 RBI so far this season. Here's the next pitch to Sargent, and that one's right over the edge of the plate. Strike him out, and that's strike 3 for Sargent. Ending the bottom of the second inning, still a scoreless game. Come on back for the top of the third after this.
Tacos.
Burgers.
Tacos.
Burgers.
What about pasta? No time.
Sure there is. At Fazoli's, we can build our own pasta starting at just $2.99. It's super fast and super fresh. In about the same time as it takes for a greasy burger, we can build an Italian masterpiece like spaghetti and spicy marinara.
Spicy marinara?
Yep.
Fazoli's. Cool, let's pick up Cindy.
Karen. Cindy.
No, man.
Fazoli's, faster, fresher, better.
The United States Air Force salutes the athletes competing in today's game. They know in sports, like in life, you have to step up to the challenge to succeed. If you have high aspirations and want to be part of another champion team, join the United States Air Force. You'll receive training in a variety of fields and become part of an elite group of men and women dedicated to the service of this great country. Call 1-800-423-USAF or log on to airforce.com. The United States Air Force. Cross into the blue.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. My name is Joey Hurley out here in Casper, Wyoming. We're taking on the Casper Rockies here in our second game in this 2-game series. The score is currently 0-0 in the top of the third inning. Still pitching for the Casper Rockies, Radamus Manzuit, still pitching number 41, Ramadus Manzuit. Manzuit has currently struck out 5 of our batters so far. Now batting for the Orem Owlz, number 19, Anderson Rosario, our right fielder, hailing from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, currently batting .250 this season. Anderson Rosario taking the plate. No outs yet here in the top of the third inning. You're just joining us for a scoreless game against the Casper Rockies. Let's see what Rosario can do. Here comes a 0-0 pitch. Way outside, just right over the edge of the plate. Curveball. Strike 1. That one, that one looked a little outside for me, for my blood. But I guess strike 1. 0-1 count. No outs here in the top of the third. Here's the next pitch to Rosario. Goes for the bunt and fouls it off behind us into right field foul territory. Strike 2 for Rosario. Rosario currently with 0 home runs, but 3 RBIs. All right, 0-2 count, 0 outs here in the top of the third. Still a scoreless game against the Casper Rockies. Here comes the next pitch to Rosario. Rosario's pitch is way high and inside, and ball 1. Rosario currently with 5 hits, 3 runs this season. Here comes the next pitch, way inside, ball 2. 2-2 count, 0 outs, top of the third still a scoreless game. Rosario up at the plate, the right fielder. Here comes the next pitch to Rosario, inside, fastball, ball 3. Full count for Rosario, the right fielder acquired in a 2003 draft. 3-2 count, no outs, top of the third. Still a scoreless game. Here comes the next pitch to Rosario. Cracks that one right down the third baseline, past the third baseman, Daniel Mayora, into left field, and Rosario rounds to first base, getting a single. Nice hit there, right past the third baseman, Daniel Mayora. He dove for that one, went right past his glove there. We now have a runner on first base for the Orem Owls. Now coming up to bat, number 23, Stantrell Smith, center fielder from Atlanta, Georgia. Stantrell Smith currently batting .281. He's got a runner on first base with no outs here in the top of the third. Still a scoreless game. Pitcher checks his runner on first base and throws to first. And he's still safe out there. As Rosario on first base, still pitching Manzueta for the Rockies. All right, runner on first, top of the third, no outs yet, no score on the board. Here comes the next pitch to Stantrell Smith. That one's low and outside, and ball one. Rosario went for the steal on that one, but went back safe. The catcher was on top of that one. The catcher, Luke Sargent, for the Rockies. All right, pitcher checks his runner on first. Here comes the next pitch to Smith. Checks his bat, but no good. Right over the edge of the plate there. Fastball, strike one. 1-1 count for Smith. 0 outs here on the top of the third. Still got a runner on first base. That was a single by Rosario here in the third inning. Pitcher checks his runner at first base. Here's the next pitch to Smith. And Rosario goes for the steal and slides into second. The throw is overthrown. Eric Young there at second. And Rosario is safe at second base with a stolen base. Went for that one with full gusto, sliding in feet first. And that, I think, distracted Eric Young at second base, and the ball went right past him. All right, we still have 0 outs. 2-1 count for Smith with a runner on second base now. The top of the third here. Here comes the next pitch to Smith as the pitcher checks his runner behind him. Smith cracks that one foul behind us into the netting. 2 strikes now for Smith. 2-2 count. 0 outs. Top of the third inning here. Runner on second base. That was Rosario making the steal. Out to second. Pitcher checks his runner behind him. And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss right over the center of the plate. Fastball. And Smith goes down swinging. Now getting the first out for the Orem Owls here in the top of the third. 1 out. Runner on second base. Now batting for the Orem Owls. Top of the lineup, Heinle Stacia, number 14. Heinle Stacia's last at bat, he struck out. He again has 2 triples, top 5 in the league, batting .316. All right, Stacia's got a runner on second base with only 1 out here in the top of the third. Still a scoreless game. Pitcher checks his runner on second. Here's the pitch way outside. Fastball, and ball 1 for Stacia. Stacia number 14, acquired 2004 draft. All right, runner on second base, top of the third, still a scoreless game. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Stacia, and this one looks like it hits the bottom of his shin there, but I think he got away just in time, and Stacia hits the ground. A lot of dust flew in the air there. That one was low and inside, and Stacia had to back up for that one and lost his footing there, and ball 2 for Stacia. In the meantime, Rosario steals third base in all the commotion. When the dust clears, Rosario's on third. It's almost like a movie. You know, when the dust clears and then something good happens. That's Rosario making the steal to third. We now have a runner on third base here in the top of the third. 2-0 count, 1 out here. Heinle Stacia still up at the plate. Here's the next pitch to Stacia. Stacia makes the call to Rosario to stay on third. That one right on the outside on the outside, ball 3. All right, runner on third base here in the top of the third. 1 out only. Still no runs scored yet for either team. Stacia still up at the plate, currently batting .316. checks his runner on third. Here's the pitch to Stacia. Right inside, fastball. And strike one. 3-1 count, 1 out. Top of the third. Still got a runner on third base. Stacia with 4 RBIs currently this season. Pitcher checks his runner on third. Here's the next pitch to Stacia. Cracks that one foul off the first base line. That one bounced foul right after the plate there. Getting strike 2 for Stacia. 3-2 count, 1 out. Top of the third inning still. And Stacia's up bat with a runner on third base. That's Rosario who made the steal to third. I'm breathing like Darth Vader in this room. I need to open a window. Here's the next pitch to Stacia. Pop, high fly ball. Out into left field, foul territory. And the third baseman's underneath it and goes for the catch but misses. Stacia rounds to second base. Rosario decides to stay at third as they were a little inside in the infield there. That was Sancho Smith with a pop fly into foul territory. And it was actually third baseman Daniel Mayora going for the catch and misses it. But something's happening here on the field. Sancho Smith is now coming back in. Looks like that one didn't count for nothing at all. So Sancho Smith comes back up. I'm sorry, Heinle Stacia comes back up to the plate. Still 3-2 count. I thought he had a nice run there out to second, but I guess not. Heinle Stacia with the 3-2 count, 1 out here in the top of the third. Still got a runner on third base. We're back to our original position. Here's the next pitch. Pops that one high foul into third along the third baseline. Third baseman goes underneath it, but it's over the fence. A foul for Heinle Stacia. 3-2 count, 1 out, top of the third. Still a scoreless game. Runner on third base. Rosario out there on third, making the steal to third. And Heinle Stacia still up at the plate here. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Stacia. Cracks that one high out into right center. And it bounces against the ground, and Stacia rounds first. And Rosario has come in for a first run of the game, bringing their total up to 1 over the Casper Rockies 0. And Heinle Stacia is safe at first base. A run scored for the Orem Owlz here in the top of the third. That's Rosario coming in for the run. Another RBI for Heinle Stacia, bringing in Rosario there. Stacia is safe at first. We have a runner on first base here in the top of the third with only 1 out. The score is now 1 for the Owlz and 0 for the Casper Rockies. All right, now batting number 7, Billy Boyer, second baseman. His last at-bat got a double. Here's the first pitch to Boyer. And Stacia goes for the steal at second and tags him right on the foot before he gets to the second base. And Stacia is out. Tried to go for the steal there, but catcher Luke Sargent was right on top of it and threw to second baseman Eric Young, getting the tag right before he reached the plate there. We now have 2 outs for the Orem Owlz as Billy Boyer is still up at the plate. Second baseman from Auburn, Washington. All right, here's the next pitch to Boyer. Checks his bat, but not in time for a fastball over the edge of the plate there. Strike 1 for Boyer. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now 2 outs for the Orem Owlz here in the top of the third, getting their first run, bringing their total to 1 over the Casper Rockies 0. Here's the next pitch to Boyer. Swings to that one and cracks against the ground, bounces, ricochets back at the Boyer. Looks like it hit him in the shoulder. And Aaron Wells, the strength coach, and going out there to run to see if he's okay. I think that one just bounced off the ground, and looks like he's feeling the edge of his face there. I thought it hit him in the shoulder, and Kochman going over there to see if he's okay as well. Boyer hit the ground on that one. Hope he's all right. He's standing up and talking to Aaron Wells right now. We hope he's all right. They're still talking to him. Billy Boyer currently with 5 RBIs, 2 home runs this season, batting .278. And it looks like Boyer is all right. He's put his helmet back on. He's coming back into the batter's box. Looks like that one, if you just missed it, that one just bounced off the ground. He hit it foul, bounced off the plate right back at him. I think it hit him somewhere close to the face. And looks like he's okay. All right, still no runners on base. Owlz still lead 1-0 over the Rockies with 2 outs here in the top of the third. That's another strike for Boyer. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 3rd inning. Here comes the next pitch to Boyer. And that one's high and outside. Boyer ducked down for that one, and it went right over his head there. Maybe this pitcher has something against this guy. I hope not, for Boyer's sake. And that one, called ball 2. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Top of the 3rd here. Here's the next pitch to Boyer. Swing and a miss. Fastball right over the middle of the plate, and Boyer is very angry. Throws his bat and helmet down in disgust. Ending the top of the 3rd inning. Owls now leading 1-0 over the Rockies. Coming back for the bottom of the 3rd after this.
I'm here with Alex Nibley and Amanda Pettingill, an instructor and a student from Amber's Battle, the new movie shot at Utah Valley State College. So, Alex, what were your roles on this project?
I wrote the script for Amber's Battle, and I was one of the 2 professors that put together what came to be called the Digital Cinema Boot Camp.
You learn an immense amount, something that you can't be taught in the classroom.
During that time, we produced 2 movies and 1 television show. You know, it's real filmmaking. It's not just kids running around with video cameras.
Amanda, what is it like to be female in this industry?
You are in smaller numbers, but in a way you can use it to your advantage because women will stick out more.
What is the future for film at UVSC?
UVSC has set its sights on becoming the premier film training institution in Utah, if not the whole Intermountain West, and I think they can become one of the best in the country.
I enjoy working on these productions, and that is why UVSC is my choice.
For teaching film production, UVSC is my choice.
After watching the Orem Owls hit home runs all night, it's time to have a great reason to run home. Nothing beats a Love Sack waiting for you. Oversized sacks from Love Sack may look like huge bean bags, but they are filled with extra soft Durafoam and come in a variety of designer covers ready to match any lifestyle. But just like the Owls, a Love Sack is something you've got to see in person to really appreciate. Come sack out for yourself at the Love Sack store in the Riverwood Shopping Center in Provo, or any of the other locations across the Wasatch Front. For the original and still the best oversized sack, there's only Love Sack.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're here at the Casper Rockies out in Casper, Wyoming. You're watching the Orem Owls on the Orem Owls radio network, K-Star 1400 AM. We're at the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Casper Rockies are taking the plate here. First up to bat for the Rockies, number 7, Jesse Brunell, right fielder. His first pitch is fouled off the 3rd base line, and that's strike 1 for Brunell. Brunell, the right fielder from Casper, Wyoming. Probably just walked to the field this morning. Here comes the next pitch to Brunell. Cracks that one towards the shortstop. Shortstop misses it. 3rd baseman misses it. That was right between Morris and Stacia, and they try to make the throw to first. But Brunell is safe at first. That one hit right between our shortstop Stacia and Morris, the 3rd baseman. And Brunell has a single on base now. Still pitching for the Orem Owls, Jose Arredondo, number 47, so far with 3 strikeouts this game. We now have a runner on first base for the Casper Rockies. Now batting number 4, Radames Nazario, the shortstop from Naguabo, Puerto Rico. And here's his first pitch. That one's right over the edge of the plate there. Fastball, strike 1. 0-1 count. Here's the next pitch to Nazario, and swings for that one real hard, right over the inside of the plate there. Strike 2. Nazario leaned forward for that one and almost lost his footing. Got a runner on first base for the Rockies here in the bottom of the 3rd. The score is 1 for the Owls and 0 for the Rockies. Arredondo, the pitcher, checks his runner at first. Here's the next pitch, and that one popped high into center field. Center fielder is underneath it and makes the catch. Now it's Stantrell Smith making the catch out there all the way back on the warning track, getting the first out for the Rockies here in the bottom of the 3rd. Nice job out there. It's even nice and sunny in his face, and he did a good job of catching it way back out in the warning track, getting the first out here. All right, runner on first base for the Casper Rockies here in the bottom of the 3rd. Now 1 out. Owls lead 1-0 over the Rockies. Now batting for the Casper Rockies, Eric Young, back at the top of the lineup. He struck out in his last at-bat, Here's the first pitch to Young. Watches that one go by. And number 7, Jesse Brunell, goes for the steal. And That was Martinez getting up, grabbing the ball, and throwing to second, and gets him out at second base. Another stolen base caught by Martinez. What a fantastic play. That is now 2 outs for the Casper Rockies. Eric Young still at the plate with 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Here's the next pitch to Young. Young pops that one foul out into the left field territory, into the bullpen, and strike 2. 1-2 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Owls still lead 1-0 over the Rockies. There's now no runners on base thanks to Brett Martinez making the throw to second and getting the out there. Here comes the next pitch to Young. Reel inside, right over the edge of the plate, and strike 3, ending this inning. Holy cow, what a fast inning. Nice work by Jose Arredondo, ending the bottom of the third inning. Owls lead 1-0 over the Casper Rockies. Coming back after these commercials.
When a medical emergency occurs, the minutes it takes for help to arrive can be the most important minutes in saving a person's life. Do you know what to do in a life-threatening situation? Save a Heart of Utah provides daily private and public classes in CPR and first aid, including the new automatic external defibrillator. The classes are interactive, practical, enjoyable, and may just be the most important 2 hours you ever spend. Make sure you know what to do in an emergency. Call Save a Heart Utah at 582-7114.
Out and Back is your Utah Valley source for all your family's outdoor adventure needs. Serving Utah County for over 17 years. We have a wide stock of excellent gear and clothing from Mountain Hardware, the North Face, and Sierra Designs, along with the Valley's largest selection of Chaco sandals. Whether you go camping, climbing, hiking, or mountaineering, we have what you need. Let us take care of you. Out and Back, 1797 South State Street, Orem. Bring in your Owls ticket stub within 7 days after the game and get up to 3 pair of our $14.95 Quick Dry Nylon River Shorts for only $4.95. Or mention this ad and get 2 pair of $6.95 outdoor socks free with any purchase over $20.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, all you strangers in the night, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. My name is Joey Hurley out here in Casper, Wyoming. You're watching the Casper Rockies versus your Orem Owls. The score is currently 1-0 in favor of the Owls, getting their first run way back there in the top of the third inning. That was Heinle Stacia batting in Rosario to make the first run scored. All right, we're at the top of the fourth inning now. Owls lead 1-0. Now batting for your Orem Owls, number 30, Dallas Morris, third baseman from Opelousas, Louisiana. His last at bat, he struck out, and batting .270. Probably a little lower now, but I don't have a calculator with me. Here comes the first pitch to Dallas Morris. Pops that one right into left field, right in front of the left fielder in the gap. Left fielder bobbles it a little bit, and Morris is safe at first base. That was left fielder Trevor Allen bobbling the ball out there for the Rockies and helping allow Morris to get a single. All right, now runner on first base. No outs yet here in the top of the fourth as Mark Trumbo steps up to the plate. Number 24, Mark Trumbo for the Owls, first baseman from Anaheim, California. Struck out at his last at-bat. Still pitching for the Rockies, Ramadas Manzueta. Here comes the first pitch to Trumbo. Trumbo pops that one way out into left field and right over the outfield, the left field wall there, and bounces against the wall inside back into field. And Morris rounds to third. Trumbo rounds to second. Another double for Trumbo. Trumbo now still in the top 5 of the league with 6 doubles. Holy cow. And Morris rounding to third base there. All right, still no outs here, and runners on both in scoring position, second and third base. They're at the top of the fourth inning here. Owls, apparently, well, the score says 2-0, but I don't remember them coming in. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'll figure it out in a second. All right, now up to bat for the Orem Owls, Colby Overstreet, number 12. Here's the first pitch to Overstreet. Cracks that one right down the first baseline, right past the first baseman, Chris Cook, right past his hand, and another run scored in by Dallas Morris. Overstreet rounds to second, and another run scored in by Mark Trumbo coming in the home plate there. Holy cow, 2 more runs scored for the Orem Owls in this inning alone. And Overstreet is safe at second base. Nice hit there down the first base line. Colby Overstreet's last at bat called out at first, so quite a change. as Overstreet makes his new home on second base there. Now batting for the Orem Owls, number 36, Brett Martinez, the catcher. Brett Martinez has 0 outs so far against the team here, and a runner on second base. Here's his first pitch, way low and outside, and ball 1 for Martinez. Martinez, their catcher, batting .333, struck out in his last at-bat. All right, runner on second base here, top of the 4th. Score is now 4-0 over the Casper Rockies. Owls lead 4-0. Here comes the next pitch to Martinez, and that one's way outside. Ball 2. 2-0 count. No outs yet here in the top of the 4th. Owls leading 4-0 over the Casper Rockies. Manzueta still pitching for the Rockies. Checks his runner on second. Here's the next pitch to Martinez, way outside and low, and ball 3. Overstreet out there on second, taking the huge lead, but runs back to second there. All right, 3-0 count. 0 outs here in the top of the 4th. Owls have scored there, that's right. It's 3-0. I knew it. Here comes the next pitch to Martinez, and gets walked. That one's low and outside again, and ball 4. Martinez takes his base. I was right there in the inning. We only scored 3 runs. That was 3 runs coming in there, and now the score is 3-0 over the Casper Rockies. Still got a runner on second base. Now a runner on first. That was Brett Martinez getting walked out there. Zeke Zimmerman goes out to Colby Overstreet to grab his glove at second. All right, runners on first and second. Now batting number 27, Josh Coles, left fielder. No outs yet here in the top of the 4th. Owls doing a fantastic job this inning, really stoking the fire, as they say. All right, pitcher checks his runner at second. Here's the pitch to Coles. Cracks that one towards the third baseman, Daniel Mayora. Mayora makes the throw to first and gets him out at first. And then makes the throw to second, getting the double play. 2 outs now for the Orem Owls. But we do have a runner advancing to third base. That's Mark Trumbo out there on third. All right, so a runner on third base here with 2 outs. That was a double play by the Rockies there, taking care of our runners on first and second. Now batting for the Orem Owls, Anderson Rosario, number 19. The right fielder from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. He's got a runner on third base with 2 outs. Here's the first pitch to Rosario. Swing and a miss. Fastball, strike 1. 0-1 count. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Owls still ahead, 3-0 over the Casper Rockies. Owls have a runner on third base. Pitcher checks his runner at third. Here's the next pitch. Pops that one high foul on the right field foul territory. And no one even tries for it, right over the fence. Strike 2. 0-2 count. 2 outs here, top of the 4th. Orem Owls still have a runner on third base. Doing a great job this inning, bringing their total to 3 over the Casper Rockies 0. Pitcher Manzueta for the Rockies checks his runner at third. Here's the next pitch to Rosario. That one's a little outside. Change up, ball 1. 1-2 count. 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning still. Runner on third base. And Anderson Rosario up at the plate. Singled and got a stolen base his last at-bat. Here's the next pitch to Rosario. Swing and a miss right over the plate. And that's strike 3 and out 3 for the Orem Owls, ending the top of the 4th inning. The Owls still lead 3-0 over the Casper Rockies. Come on back for the bottom of the 4th after this.
Oh, no. Oh.
Hello, you've reached the Satellite Emergency Service. We've located your position. How can I help you?
Yeah, I spilled my Diet Pepsi. The whole thing spilled out onto the side of the road. It's empty.
and I'm still thirsty.
Okay, Miss Harvey, was the Diet Pepsi full or half empty?
I still had at least 3/4 of it left.
Mm-hmm. Are you walking or biking?
Biking.
How familiar are you with the area?
Not very.
You're facing southbound?
Yes.
All right, go 1.3 miles. You'll see a dog chasing a mailman. Take a right. There'll be a gas station with a mini mart on the left-hand side. You'll be able to purchase another Diet Pepsi there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
I don't have my wallet on me.
Double check your left pocket. There's some lint and $1 and change.
The Diet Pepsi Satellite Emergency Service provides you with the safety and security no other soft drink can. Subscribe today and enjoy Diet Pepsi wherever you go. Light, crisp, refreshing. Diet Pepsi.
Tacos.
Burgers.
Tacos.
Burgers. What about pasta?
No time.
Sure there is. At Fazoli's, we can build our own pasta starting at just $2.99. It's super fast and super fresh. In about the same time as it takes for a greasy burger, we can build an Italian masterpiece like spaghetti and spicy marinara.
Spicy marinara?
Yep.
Fazoli's. Cool, let's pick up Cindy. Karen. Cindy. No, man.
Fazoli's, faster, fresher, better.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Birds of Play with the Wingmen. The Casper Rockies are now up to bat here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Now batting for the Casper Rockies, Maurice Lupadere, the center fielder from Panama City, Panama. Here's his first pitch. That one's real high and inside, ball one. Still pitching number 47, Jose Arredondo. Here's the next pitch to Lupadere. Pops that one high into the air under the shortstop, Heinley Stacia. And Stacia makes the catch. That one was in the air for about 3 minutes there. Getting one out now for the Casper Rockies here in the bottom of the second. Orem doing a fantastic job so far, scoring 1 run in the third inning and 2 runs in the fourth inning, bringing their total to 3 over the Casper Rockies, 0. Now batting for the Casper Rockies, number 5, Cole Garner, the designated hitter. No runners on base here. 1 out so far. Here's the first pitch to Garner. That one's real inside. Looks like it just skimmed the edge of his shirt there. And ball one. 1-0 count. 1 out. Bottom of the fourth inning. Owlz still lead 3-0. As Cole Garner comes up to bat from Lakewood, California, currently batting .267. Here's the next pitch to Garner. Pops that one high, foul behind us. And strike one. 1-1 count. 1 out. Bottom of the fourth here. No runners on base for the Casper Rockies. As Cole Garner takes his step back in the batter's box. Here's his next pitch. Swing and a miss. Right over the middle of the plate there's fastball. Strike 2. Still pitching again, Jose Arredondo. So far struck out 4 batters this game. Here's the next pitch to Garner. Way outside, but he went for the swing right over the plate there and struck him out. Strike 3 for Garner. Getting the second out here for the Casper Rockies in the bottom of the fourth. Jose Arredondo doing a fantastic job of taking these guys down. 1 by 1. 1 by 1, he takes them down. Now 2 outs for the Casper Rockies here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Owlz still lead 3-0. Now batting Chris Cook, the first baseman, number 25. Here's his first pitch. Fouls that one off behind us. And strike 1. Sorry, I'm choking on my dignity there. All right, no runners on base. 2 outs, 0-1 count. Here's the pitch to Cook. Pops that one high on the right field. Right fielder Rosario underneath it and makes the snag, ending the inning. 3 outs for the Casper Rockies. What a fantastic job of the Orem Owls taking care of business here in the bottom of the fourth. Come back for the top of the fifth after this. Owls lead 3-0.
Insure both your car and home with us through Auto Owners Insurance, and we'll save you money. That's right. With Auto Owners multiple policy discount, when you insure both your car, home, mobile home, or condominium, we'll save you time and money by consolidating all of your insurance needs with a no-problem company. Auto Owners Insurance.
For a free comparison, contact Western States Insurance Agency in Spanish Fork on Center Street across from City Park. Western States Insurance. Our customers are first class, just like our service. Find us in the yellow pages under insurance.
The United States Air Force salutes the athletes competing in today's game. They know in sports, like in life, you have to step up to the challenge to succeed. If you have high aspirations and want to be part of another champion team, join the United States Air Force. You'll receive training in a variety of fields and become part of an elite group of men and women dedicated to the service of this great country. Call 1-800-423-USAF or log on to airforce.com. The United States Air Force. Cross into the blue.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Birds of Play with the Wingmen having a great time out here in Casper, Wyoming, against the Casper Rockies. The Owls currently lead 3-0 over the Casper Rockies due to some great plays by Trumbo and Overstreet and Stacia doing their part to make this game a great one. Again, the score is 3-0 over the Casper Rockies. The Orem Owls are now taking the plate. Now batting for the Orem Owls at the bottom of the lineup, number 23, Stantrell Smith, the center fielder, acquired in the 2003 draft from Atlanta, Georgia. His last at-bat, he struck out, currently batting .281. Stacia takes the plate there. 0 outs here. Top of the 5th inning. Owls leading 3-0. Stantrell Smith, ready to go. Still pitching for the Casper Rockies, Manzueta. Here's the first pitch to Smith. Pops that one high, foul behind us. It's up in the air. The catcher is getting underneath it, and it's over the fence. They didn't have a chance, then bounces into the crowd. That was Luke Sargent, the catcher, trying to get underneath that one, but no chance. That's strike one for Stantrell Smith. 0-1 count, 0 outs here. Top of the 5th inning. Owls still lead 3-0. No runners on base yet for the Owls. And Stantrell Smith steps back into the batter's box for his next pitch. Here's the next pitch to Stantrell Smith, and that one fouls off the top of his bat there. Nope, actually just went past him there. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 0 outs. Top of the 5th inning. Here comes the next pitch to Smith. Smith cracks that one right between the shortstop and third baseman and into left field. And Stantrell Smith rounds first base for a single. Nice hit there right between Nazario and Mayora on the Rockies, right into the gap. We now have a runner on first base for the Orem Owls with no outs. All right, we're back at the top of the lineup with Heinley Stacia, number 14, the shortstop for the Owls, up at bat. His last at-bat, an RBI, bringing Rosario in. No outs here in the top of the 5th. Score is still 3-0 in favor of your Orem Owls. Heinley Stacia up at the plate. Here's his first pitch. Cracks that one right past the second baseman and into right field. Stacia rounds to first, and Smith rounds to third, advancing runners to first and third base. Nice hit by Stacia there, right past second baseman Eric Young, who just came back this year for the Rockies. We now have a runner on first and third with no outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Score is still 3-0 for the Casper Rockies. Again, these Owls broadcasts are made possible by Ace Mortgage Company, Blue Mountain Insurance, and Marcon Incorporated. Thanks a lot, guys, for helping us make these broadcasts possible on K-Star 1400 AM. The pitchers are having a little meeting up there. Next up to bat for the Orem Owls is number 7, Billy Boyer. Billy Boyer hails from Auburn, Washington, batting .278, leading the top 5 in the league scores with 7 extra base hits. Billy Boyer also with 5 RBIs and 2 home runs. So far tonight, getting a double and striking out his next at-bat. Sorry, my microphone was trying to get inside my mouth. All the infielders are having a little conference right now. The score is currently 3-0. Orem Owls over the Casper Rockies, and Owls have no outs so far with a runner on first and third base. All right, looks like we have a pitching change for the Casper Rockies. Now pitching for the Rockies, number 51, Ross Hipke. Now pitching for the Rockies, number 51, Ross Hipke. Saw him warming up in the bullpen just a little bit earlier, about the third inning. And the infielder still having a chat out there. KJ Johnson, our hitting coach, going back to his place in the first base coach box. Still got a runner on first and third. Billy Boyer about to come up to the plate. The last thing you saw there was a single by Stantrell Smith, advancing our runners to first and third. Stantrell Smith currently with 3 RBIs and no home runs, and one double. And the ump is still letting the new pitcher warm up a little bit more. You know, folks, when the Owls built their stadium, they went with a contractor that kept an eye on beauty, comfort, and detail. For your next building project, let Marcon Incorporated General Contracting create that beauty, comfort, and detail for you. They specialize in custom new construction, remodels, and additions. Marcon Incorporated General Contracting, let them take the hassle out of your construction needs. Looks like we're ready to go now. Again, pitching for the Rockies now, number 51, Ross Hipke. And the Owls step up to the plate with 0 outs and a runner on first and a runner on third. Billy Boyer takes the plate. All right. Pitcher checks his runner on third. Right-handed pitcher. Here's the first pitch to Boyer. And fouls that one off behind us in the right field foul territory. Strike one. Sorry, I ate some kind of, what are these? Multi-grain potato chips. And I think they want to live in my esophagus and trachea for the rest of my life. My epiglottis not doing its job. And Billy Boyer called for a little time there. Score is still 3-0 over the Casper Rockies. Orem Owlz doing a fantastic job here in the third and fourth innings. Still got a runner on first and third with no outs. Billy Boyer at the plate. Here's the next pitch to Boyer. Instead, the pitcher decides to throw to first base, but to no avail. That was a Heinley Stacia on first. Still safe. All right. One strike for Boyer so far. 0-1 pitch. No outs yet here in the top of the fifth. And pitcher Hipke goes for first base again, but Stacia is still safe at first there. Hipke's got a low pitching style here, and starts out low and gets high. Here's the next pitch to Boyer. That one looked like it was a little inside there. Ball one for Boyer. 1-1 count, no outs here in the top of the fifth. Still got a runner on first and third. Boyer, a great chance here to advance a runner pretty easily with a single. Well, it might not be easy, I don't know. All right, and the pitcher throws again to first base for some reason, even though Stacia was about a step off the base there. He's not letting anything go past him. I guess Hipke starting out this season wants to show that he has control of the field around him. All right, here's the next pitch to Boyer. Way outside and low, ball two. 2-1 count, no outs yet here in the top of the fifth. Still got a runner on first. Boyer takes his signal from Kochman out there on the third base line. All right, pitcher checks his runner on first. The crowd beating the stairs here. And pitcher throws to first again, trying to get Stacia out. Statia's not moving anywhere, though. That's Hobart the Platypus for the Casper Rockies, holding up a sign that says Stomp. Maybe he's advertising the hit Broadway musical. Here's the next pitch to Boyer. Pops that one high out into right field. And right fielder's underneath it. That's right fielder Jesse Brunell, number 7, making the catch out there in right field, getting the first out here for the Orem Owlz in the top of the fifth inning. All right, score is still 3-0. Oh, actually, the runner on third advanced. I didn't see that one. And we now have another run scored in for the Orem Owlz, bringing their total to 4-0 over the Rockies. That was Santrell Smith coming in for another run. And Billy Boyer, another RBI. All right, now coming up to the plate, number 30, Dallas Morris, third baseman for the Orem Owlz from Opelousas, Louisiana. Struck out and then had a single in his next at-bat. Currently batting .270. He's got a runner on first base with only one out here in the top of the fifth. Here's the first pitch to Morris. Right on the outside and low, changeup, ball one. Crowd is now packed out here in the Lansing Field out here in Casper, Wyoming. A beautiful place. I found this cool thrift store. I want to show you guys at home what I bought. Some fantastic stuff for $5. And the pitcher checks his runner at first base. Still trying real hard out there, and apparently Stacia gets to take his second base. Gets to advance to second. The ump called for that. I've never seen that in my entire life, but apparently when you throw to first base enough times, you advance the runner. I will look that up as soon as there's a commercial break and find out for you. If you know out there, send me an email and tell me what just happened. I'd like to know. All right, now we have a runner on second base for the Orem Owls. Dallas Morris still up at the plate with one out. A 1-0 count here in the top of the fifth. Owls still leading 4-0. Another run scored this inning. And pitcher's got a runner on second. Sun still in his eyes. Checks his runner behind him. Here's the pitch to Morris. Outside and low, but there was a curveball right over the edge of the strike zone there. And strike one for Morris. 1-1 count, one out. Top of the fifth here. Morris has still got a runner on second. That was Stacia moving out to second base there. Pitcher checks his runner on second. Here's the pitch to Morris. Swing and a miss. Right over the outside of the plate there. Strike two. Fastball. 1-2 count. One out. Top of the fifth inning. Morris still at the plate here. Morris currently batting .270 with 8 RBIs so far this season. And actually, 8 RBIs. Here's the next pitch to Morris. Goes for that one and fouls off the top of his bat. And we're still looking at 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the fifth inning, still got a runner on second for the Orem Owls. Dallas Morris making a real methodical job of this one. Morris currently with 1 home run this season. Here's the next pitch to Morris. Oh, right over the plate there, fastball, strike 3, and Morris goes down looking. Now 2 outs for the Orem Owls here in the top of the fifth. Score is still 4-0 over the Casper Rockies as Mark Trumbo takes the plate. Mark Trumbo, number 24, acquired in a 2004 draft from Anaheim, California, had a double in his last at-bat. Currently batting .325. Mark Trumbo steps in the plate there with a runner on second and 2 outs. Top of the fifth here. Pitcher checks his runner on second. Here's the pitch to Trumbo. Broken bat. Hits that one right to the shortstop on the ground, and shortstop makes the throw to first. That was shortstop Nazario making the throw to Chris Cook and getting the out at first base. Ending the top of the fifth inning. Owls have another run this inning, bringing their total to 4 over the Casper Rockies 0. Come on back to the bottom of the fifth after this.
I'm here at Utah Valley State College with new president William Cederberg. Mr. Cederberg, why is UVSC your choice?
UVSC is my choice because it's a dynamic institution. The faculty are very strong. It's located in a community with strong values, a community committed to higher education, and I think the future is extremely bright here. So as I looked at it, I really didn't want to go to a school that was just maintaining the status quo. I wanted to be a school that was in transition, that was exciting, that was happening.
Okay. As president, what are your plans?
My largest job as president is to help the school and the members of this UVSC community establish a direction for the future, and then to go out and rally support for that direction. I think the future is extremely bright, and UVSC is definitely my choice for the future.
Are you hungry for great tasting Mexican food? Take a time out and stop by a local Beto's. Have you tried our burritos and chimichangas? People are voting Beto's food as numero uno in Utah. Beto's has 15 convenient locations in Utah. Most of our restaurants are open 24 hours to satisfy your craving anytime. Check us out on the web at betosmex.com. Stop by any participating Beto's location and receive a Vote for Beto's punch card, which could entitle you to free food. Huli frijoli. It's Beto's time.
1400 K-Star.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Birds of Prey with the Wingmen. We're here out in Casper, Wyoming against the Casper Rockies doing a bang-up job. The score is now 4-0 in favor of your Orem Owls. We have looks like a pitching change for the Orem Owls. Now pitching number 8. Not number 8. Number 6, Josh Sullivan. Now pitching for the Orem Owls, number 6, Josh Sullivan from Queens, New York, acquired in the 2005 draft, taking the pitcher's mound. And the Casper Rockies are now up to bat here. Number 27 up to bat for the Rockies, Trevor Allen, left fielder, struck out in his first at-bat. Here's the first pitch to Allen, reel inside, and the ump calls that one hit him right on the side of the back there. And it looks like Trevor Allen takes his base. I actually made a mistake. Now pitching for the Orem Owls, actually number 9, Daniel Hawkins. I apologize. Number 9, Daniel Hawkins now pitching for the Owls. And now and gets his first walk to Trevor Allen. Okay, now batting for the Casper Rockies, number 17, Daniel Mayora, the third baseman from Estado, Venezuela. His first at-bat was thrown out at first. And actually, I found out what happened in that last play where Heinle Stacia advanced to second. Apparently, the pitcher for the Rockies, Ross Hipke, balked. Actually, Hipke balked, and umpire allowed the runner to advance to second. I was watching what was happening on the other side and didn't see the action of his foot there. All right, we're at the bottom of the 5th inning here. Score is still 4-0 in favor of your Orem Owls. Here's the next pitch the first pitch to Mayora, and fouls off the top of his bat. Strike 1 for Mayora. Again, batting for the Orem Owls, number 9, Daniel Hawkins. Daniel Hawkins currently with a 0 ERA and only 4.0 innings pitched so far, but 3 strikeouts. All right, the Rockies have a runner on first base here in the bottom of the 5th. And here comes the 0-1 pitch to Mayora. Nope, Hawkins decides to throw to first, following the footsteps of Hipke. All right, pitcher checks his runner at first base. Still up to bat. Daniel Mayora. Here's the next pitch to Mayora. Pops that one right to Heinle Stacia, the shortstop. And Stacia makes the throw to second base, getting the out at second. But Mayora makes the single to first base. That was Heinle Stacia on top of that one at shortstop, making the throw to second. Billy Boyer getting the out there. Now 1 out for the Casper Rockies. Now 2 outs for the Casper Rockies here in the bottom of the 5th. As number 12, Luke Sargent steps up to the plate. The catcher, Luke Sargent, struck out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to Sargent. Fouls off that one, off the right field foul territory. And strike 1 for Sargent. No runners on base. Looks like, that was a... Man, I'm missing a lot. There's a lot of things in my way. There's a lot of blind spots. And that was a double play, actually, by the Orem Owls, getting out at second and then out at first base, getting 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Apologize for missing that one. I was busy looking at that giant purple platypus walking around the stands. Here's the next pitch to Mayora, inside and low, and that's ball 2. His pitch before that one was also outside, and that was ball 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here comes the next pitch to Mayora. Pops that one foul out behind us in the right field foul territory. And strike 2 for Mayora. Deuces on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning here. And Mayora is still up at the plate. I'm sorry, Luke Sargent still up at the plate. Wow, what's wrong with me? Here comes the next pitch to Sargent. And fouls that one off the third baseline. 2-2 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Owls still lead 4-0 over the Rockies. Bases are now empty due to a fantastic double play by Stacia, Boyer, and Trumbo. A 6-4-3 double play. All right, here comes the next pitch to Sargent. Pops that one out into left field, right in front of the left fielder, Josh Coles. And Sargent advances to first base. Single for Sargent. That one was right in front of our left fielder, Josh Coles. Bounced right in front of him in the gap. Now batting for the Casper Rockies, number 7, Jesse Brunell, right fielder from Casper, Wyoming, singled, and then caught stealing by Martinez at second base, his last at-bat. Now a runner on first base here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Score still 4-0 over the Rockies. Here's the first pitch to Brunell. And that one's low and outside. Ball 1. Martinez on top of that one, the catcher for the Owls. 1-0 count. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 5th. Runner on first base for the Rockies. Here's the next pitch to Brunell. Brunell pops that one against the ground and up in the air. And second baseman Boyer is underneath that one. and doesn't make the throw to first or second, decides against both of them. And now runner advances to second base for the Rockies and first base. We have a runner on first and second now for the Rockies. That one, that hit by Brunell there, bounced against the ground and went high back in the air. Boyer was underneath it in time, but just not in time to make a throw to either first or second base. All right, runners on first and second. 2 outs now, bottom of the fifth, as number 4, Radames Nazario, the shortstop, comes up to the bat, comes up to plate. Nazario from Puerto Rico. He was caught out at center field in his last at bat. Here's the first pitch to Nazario. That one's right over the plate. Fastball, strike 1. All right, runners on first and second. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the fifth here. Pitcher checks his runner on second. Here's the next pitch. That one's a little outside, and ball 2 for Nazario. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the fifth inning here. Owlz still lead 4-0. Rockies have now a runner on first and second. Here's the next pitch to Nazario. Tried to check his bat in time for that fastball, but strike 2. Nice fastball there by Daniel Hawkins, number 9, pitching for the Orem Owlz now, taking the place of Jose Arredondo. Runners on first and second. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the next pitch to Nazario. That one's way outside. Martinez throws off his mask and grabs that one. Always ready for the runner at second, but not that time. Runner still safe at first and second base. Martinez is just on top of these balls so much. Like York there for a second. It's on top of the ball so much. Here's the next pitch to Nazario. Cracks that one to our shortstop, Heinle Seisha. Seisha makes the toss to second base. Billy Boyer, and gets the out at second, ending the bottom of the fifth inning. Still 4-0 in favor of your Orem Owlz. Come on back for the top of the sixth after this.
One of the unsung heroes at the ballpark is the groundskeeping crew. It's up to them to ensure the field looks its best on game day. While your yard may not take the same pounding as the turf at a baseball stadium, it still deserves professional care. More Utah County residents rely on the pros at Frederico Landscaping Incorporated. They're now celebrating their 25th year of providing custom residential landscaping. For all your landscaping needs, including water features and grounds maintenance, you can rely on Frederico Landscaping. See their work online at fredericolandscaping.com.
After watching the Orem Owlz hit home runs all night, it's time to have a great reason to run home. Nothing beats a Love Stack waiting for you. Oversized sacks from Love Stack may look like huge bean bags, but they are filled with extra soft Durafoam and come in a variety of designer covers ready to match any lifestyle. But just like the Owlz, a Love Stack is something you've got to see in person to really appreciate. Come stack out for yourself at the Love Stack store in the Riverwood Shopping Center in Provo, or any of the other locations across the Wasatch Front. For the original and still the best oversized sack, there's only Love Stack.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're here in Casper, Wyoming against the Casper Rockies, doing a fantastic job. The score is now 4 for the Owls and 0 for the Rockies as we enter the top of the sixth inning. Your Orem Owls now up to bat. Still pitching for the Rockies. That is Ross Hipke, number 51. Coming up to bat for the Orem Owls in this next inning, Colby Overstreet, Brett Martinez, and Josh Cole. Colby Overstreet, number 12, the designated hitter from Midland, Texas. His last at bat got that double, and batting .280. Overstreet currently with 2 RBIs and no home runs yet, and now 2 doubles. All right, Colby Overstreet coming into the batter's box there. We're at the top of the sixth inning here. Owls ahead, 4-0 over the Rockies. Overstreet takes the plate. No outs here in the top of the sixth. Let's see what's going to happen. Very excited. Still pitching Hipke for the Rockies. All right, here comes the first pitch to Overstreet, and goes for the kind of bunt on that one and pops it to the first baseman, Chris Cook. And the pitcher runs back to first to make the play, and Overstreet is out at first. That was Hipke running out to first to tag the base and get the first out for the Orem Owlz here in the top of the sixth. Now 1 out as Brett Martinez steps up to bat, the catcher for the Owls, number 36, Brett Martinez, in the batter's box now with 1 out here in the top of the sixth. Here's the first pitch to Martinez. Watches that one go by right over the plate. Strike one. Looked like a changeup. 0-1 count, 1 out. Top of the 6th inning here. Brett Martinez up at the plate. Got walked in his last at-bat. Here's the next pitch to Martinez. Fouls that one off behind us into the right field foul territory. Martinez batting .333 coming into this game. Again with 6 RBIs. All right, no runners on base yet here. 1 out for the Orem Owlz. 0-2 count in the top of the 6th for Martinez. Here's the next pitch to Martinez. Cracks that one right past third baseman Daniel Mayora and makes it to first base. That one grounder out toward down the third baseline. Nice hit there by Martinez. We now have a runner on first base for the Orem Owlz. All right, now batting for the Orem Owlz, number 27, Josh Cole. Had a double in his last at-bat. Acquired in a 2003 draft from Nampa, Idaho. Coles has got a runner on first base with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. That's Martinez up there on first base. And the pitcher Hipke enjoys throwing to first, and he does so, but to no avail. Here's the first pitch to Coles. Swing and a miss right over the edge of the plate there. And strike one for Coles. 0-1 count, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Owls still lead 4-0 over the Owls. Owls still lead 4-0 over the Rockies. Coles up to bat here, got a runner on first base. Pitcher checks his runner, and batter calls for a time. Josh Coles, number 27, left fielder, up to bat right now. Struck out at his first at-bat and then got a double in his second. Here's his next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And the catcher, Sargent, on top of that one and threw to first, but Martinez still safe at first there. All right, runner on first base still. 1 out here. 0-2 count. Top of the 6th. Coles still up at the bat, up at the plate. And Hipke throws to first to try to get Martinez out, but tried and failed. Martinez wasn't even leading off at all. Maybe 3 inches. It looks like Martinez is teasing him this time, getting a little lead off. Here's the next pitch to Coles. And that one's a little outside. Ball 1. 1-2 count, 1 out. Top of the 6th inning. Owls still lead 4-0 over the Rockies. Owls have a runner on first base as Coles up in the batter's box. Here comes the next pitch to Coles. Oh, man, right over the edge of the outside plate. And Coles goes down looking. All right, now 2 outs for the Orem Owls here on the top of the 6th. As your next batter, Anderson Rosario, steps up to the plate. Number 19, Anderson Rosario from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, the right fielder, struck out in his last at-bat. Stole second base in his second at-bat. And his first at-bat, I'm sorry. All right, still got a runner on first base here in the top of the 6th. 2 outs as Rosario steps up to the plate. Here's his first pitch. Way low and outside. Fastball, ball 1. 1-0 count, 2 outs, top of the 6th inning. Owls still have a runner on first base. That was Brett Martinez getting a single out there. But now Rosario, the batter's box, acquired in the 2003 draft, coming into the game batting .250. Here's the pitch to Rosario, way outside, and that is ball 2. The catcher, Hipke, on top of that one, and up in the air just in time to make a throw, but doesn't do anything. Because, well, to be honest, Martinez wasn't leading off the base at all. I think he's trying to play it safe. He knows this pitcher likes to keep control of his infield. A little over obsessive, I think. A little OCD infield there. All right, we're at the top of the 6th inning here. If you're just joining us, the Owls lead 4-0 over the Casper Rockies out here in Lansing Field. Rosario still up at the plate here with 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on first base. Here's the next pitch to Rosario. Pops that one out into right center, right in the gap there, and advances to first base. Runner's going to second, and runner going to third base. That is Martinez making it all the way to third there. And Rosario making it to first base. So runners advance to first and third here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Owlz doing a fantastic job of keeping their lead strong and not letting anything get in their way. Now batting for the Orem Owls, number 23, Stantrell Smith. Stantrell Smith got a single in his last at-bat. Coming into the game, batting .281, acquired in the 2003 draft. Stantrell Smith hails from Atlanta, Georgia. All right, here's his stepping into the plate here with 2 outs, top of the 6th. Runners on first and third. Still pitching Hipke for the Rockies. And the catcher goes out to say a little thing to the pitcher. Okay, Stantrell Smith ready to go with 2 outs. Runner on first and third here in the top of the 6th. Here's the first pitch to Smith. Way inside, ducks back for that one. Ball 1. The catcher for the Rockies, Sargent, on top of these catches, getting ready to throw, but doesn't need to. 1-0 count. 2 outs. Top of the 6th. Here's the next pitch to Stantrell Smith. Cracks that one out into left field, right in front of left fielder Trevor Allen, and runner rounds to second base. And we have another run scored by the Orem Owls here in the top of the 6th inning. That's number 36, Brett Martinez, coming in for the score. And an RBI from Stantrell Smith, bringing in Martinez there. Another run scored for the Orem Owls here, bringing their total up to 5 over the Casper Rockies 0. And Stantrell Smith advances to first base. And Rosario advancing to second. Runner on first and second. As we go to the back of the top of the lineup with Heinle Stacia up in the batter's box now. Heinle Stacia, the shortstop. He's got 2 outs and a runner on first and second. Here's his first pitch. Fouls that one off the bottom of his bat and bounces off the plate there. Strike 1 for Heinle Stacia. Heinle Stacia got that single and then walked to second because of the balk by Hipke. Did I mention that already? Yeah, I think I corrected that. All right, good. Nice work, Joey. Runners on first and second. Heinle Stacia up to bat here. Here's the next pitch to Stacia. High pop fly into deep center field, and center fielder Maurice Lupadere underneath that one, getting a third out for the Orem Owls, ending this fantastic inning. That's the end of the top of the 6th inning. Come on back for the bottom of the 6th. Owls leading 5-0 over the Casper Rockies.
The Wolverine, or Kulalaskus, makes its den close to the I-15 freeway in Orem, Utah. Its feeding grounds on the campus of Utah Valley State College provides the Wolverine with a plentiful diet of over 32 4-year programs and an array of savory associate's degrees. But the Wolverine's an insatiable hunter and has developed an appetite for larger prey in the NCAA. Its recent forays have already disrupted Division I wildlife throughout the region. The Wolverine's a ferocious fighter, known to defeat animals several times its size. Humans should avoid confrontation with Wolverines wherever possible. Yet, for the sake of research, we went into the Wolverine den to record their behavior.
For decades, the cougar's been presumed by ecologists and athletic directors in Utah to be at the top of the provincial food chain. Now, with the introduction of the green and gold UVSC Wolverines into the NCAA Division I ecosystem, it's evident that, as they say, there's a new color in town.
If the Owls are going to compete for the Pioneer League Championship, they're going to need an ace on the staff to lead the way. If you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing, you need an ace of your own. Look no further than Ace Mortgage Company. Our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best suits your needs. Give us a call today at 426-5757. That's 426-5757. Ace Mortgage Company. Absolute commitment to excellence.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everybody, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're watching the Casper Rockies versus the Orem Owls here in Lansing Field out in Casper, Wyoming. The Casper Rockies are now up to bat. Eric Young now batting for the Casper Rockies. Number 2, Eric Young, the second baseman. Here's his first pitch, low and outside. Ball 1 for Eric Young. Eric Young struck out at his last at-bat. Here's the next pitch to Young. Cracks that one right over the pitcher, right past the shortstop Heinle Stacia into center field, and Young takes his base. Single for Young. That one went right just over the head of our pitcher, Daniel Hawkins, number 9, pitching for the Orem Owls still. All right, Rockies have a runner on first base now here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Owls lead 5-0 over the Rockies, getting their lead ahead quick and large, I guess you could say. All right, now batting for the Casper Rockies, Maurice Lupidaire. Here's his first pitch. That one bounces right over the third baseman, Dallas Morris, into Heinle Stacia's glove and makes the throw to first, but no good. Runner safe at first base. That one looked like he just held in his hand, didn't even try to make the throw. I apologize. He went for the throw, but didn't actually complete it. We now have a runner on first and second for the Casper Rockies. Runners on first and second for the Rockies here in the bottom of the 6th. No outs yet for the Rockies. And now up to bat, number 5, Cole Garner, the designated hitter, struck out in his last at-bat from Lakewood, California. Currently batting .267 coming into this game. Hawkins, the pitcher, checks his runner behind him, and there's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball right over the plate. Strike 1 for Garner. 0-1 count. 0 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Rockies have a runner on first and second. Owls still lead 5-0 over the Rockies. Pitcher checks his runner on second base. Here's the pitch to Garner. Swing and a miss. And Martinez snags that one and tries to make the throw to first, but safe at first still. Martinez made the quick throw to Trumbo at first base there, but runner still safe. Runners on first and second. 0 outs here. 0 balls, 2 strikes. Garner still in the batter's box for the Rockies. And the pitcher asking for a new ball from the ump. Batting number 5, Cole Garner, the designated hitter for the Rockies, currently with 9 RBIs and 2 home runs this season. All right, pitcher checks his runner on second. Here's the pitch to Garner. Swing and a miss right over the edge of the plate there. And strike 3 for Garner. And Daniel Hawkins has struck out another batter. All right, 1 out now for the Casper Rockies as number 25, Chris Cook, steps up to the plate. Chris Cook is the first baseman from Mesa, Arizona for the Rockies. He's got a runner on first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Owls still leading 5-0. Pitcher checks his runner on second. Here's the first pitch to Cook. Way outside and low. Ball 1. All right, runners on first and second still. 1-0 count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Hawkins checks his runner in second. There's the next pitch to Cook. And that one's low and outside. Ball 2. Martinez was on top of that one, going to make the throw at second, but decided not to. Crowd still hanging out here in the bottom of the 6th inning, being loud and stomping. Runners on first and second, as Cook is still up in the plate here, with only 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes the next pitch to Cook. Reel inside. Looks like it almost did. Yep, it did. Hit the edge of his hand there. Hit Cook's hands, top of the bat, and Cook takes his base. Bases loaded now for the Casper Rockies. Bases loaded in the bottom of the 6th inning with only 1 out. Now up to bat, Trevor Allen, number 27. Trevor Allen, the left fielder from Haxton, Colorado, struck out in his first at bat and then got a walk in his second. That's now 2 walks for Daniel Hawkins. All right, we're at the bottom of the 6th. 1 out for the Casper Rockies with bases loaded. This is Trevor Allen up at the plate, left fielder. I hope he doesn't take care of business. Here's the first pitch to Trevor Allen, and that one's inside, ball 1. Fastball right about his waist area. Bases loaded, 1-0 count, 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. Allen's at the plate here, and here comes his pitch. Inside again and low, and ball 2. Trevor Allen currently with 4 RBIs this season, no home runs, and 2 stolen bases. Bases loaded. Hawkins checks his runner at second. Here's the next pitch to Allen, right over the edge of the plate there, strike 1. And the crowd is angry, even though every time someone has pitched to us, they're fine with it. I don't get it. 2-1 count, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Score still 5-0 over the Rockies. Bases loaded as Trevor Allen still in the batter's box. Here's the next pitch to Allen. Swing and a miss right over the edge of the plate, and strike 2 Nice curveball there by Hawkins. 2-2 count, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th. Trevor Allen still up at the plate with bases loaded. An exciting time for the Rockies. A scary time for me. Here's the pitch to Allen. Pops that one high out into right center, to left center, and left fielder Josh Coles makes the catch. And runner advances to second and third, and runner advances to home, getting the first run scored in for the Casper Rockies. Casper Rockies now with 1 run scored, with the Orem Owls with 5 runs scored. 5-1 now. Orem Owls 5, Rockies 1. That was the first run scored in there by the Casper Rockies. Now it's still, that was Josh Coles making the catch out there in left center, getting the second out for the Rockies. 2 outs now, bottom of the 6th. Scores 5-1. Now batting for the Casper Rockies, number 17, Daniel Mayora, with a runner on first and a runner on third. Here's the first pitch to Mayora. Right over the edge of the plate there. Fastball, strike 1. Runners on first and third. 0-1 count. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch to Mayora. High and outside. Ball 1 for Mayora. Mayora, the third baseman from Estado, Venezuela, singled in his last at-bat, batting .333 coming into this game. Mayora with 4 RBIs so far. Here's the next pitch to Mayora, and fouls that one off towards the Owls dugout. And the bat boy has a no number on the back of his shirt, so he's just wearing a white jumpsuit, looks like some kind of something from 12 Monkeys or something. All right, runners on first and third. Here's the next pitch to Mayora. Swing and a miss right over the edge of the plate there, and that is strike 3. Daniel Hawkins has struck out Mayora here in the bottom of the 6th, ending this bottom of the 6th inning with the Owls still leading 5-1 over the Rockies, coming back for the top of the 7th after these messages.
Everybody wants to be recognized for their accomplishments. From Little League to the pros, Employee of the Month to Salesperson of the Year, awards are a great way of saying you're a superstar. If you have a superstar on your team or at work, contact Payson Sports and Trophy. They feature a winning selection of awards, plaques, and trophies, as well as custom engraving and quantity discounts. Find them in your Yellow Pages or stop by at 15 East 100 North in Payson. Payson Sports and Trophy, blue ribbon quality and service.
Today, more and more people are insuring their homes with us through Auto Owners Insurance. We'll provide low-cost, quality protection, claim service that is second to none, and if you insure both your home and car through Auto Owners Insurance, you'll qualify for additional premium discounts.
Find out more at Blue Mountain Insurance, located on University Avenue in Provo. Give them a call at 373-SAVE. That's 373-7283. Blue Mountain Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. You're watching the Casper Rockies versus the Casper Rockies versus the Orem Owls. That Beatles accent tripped me up there. I was a day tripping with that Beatles accent, messed me up. You're watching the Casper Rockies versus your Orem Owls here in Casper, Wyoming. We're at the top of the 7th inning. The Orem Owls doing a fantastic job so far, scoring 5 runs over the Casper Rockies, 1 run. The Casper Rockies are taking the field right now. Still pitching for the Rockies, number 51, Ross Hipke. Let me make sure. Nope, it looks like a pitching change for the Rockies. Make sure on that. Number 36 now pitching for the Casper Rockies. Number 36. I don't have that. There it is. Jay Metzger. Jay Metzger now pitching for the Casper Rockies. Jay Metzger joins us from Vernon, Connecticut. Last played with Casper PIO team, whatever that means. I don't know. Maybe I should research that next time. All right, we're at the top of the 7th. Your Orem Owls now up to bat with 5-1 over the Casper Rockies. Now batting for the Orem Owls, number 7, Billy Boyer, getting that RBI last up at bat. Here's the first pitch to Boyer, and cracks that one right to the shortstop's hands and catches it barehanded. That was shortstop Nazario making the catch out there. It looked like it went right in his glove and fell out, and then caught it with his bare hands. Too bad for Boyer. Had a lot of power behind that hit. All right, now batting for the Orem Owls, number 30, Dallas Morris, the third baseman. Dallas Morris has struck out in his last at-bat. Currently batting .270 coming into this game. We have now one out for the Orem Owls here in the top of the seventh, still 5-1 over the Rockies. Here comes the first pitch to Morris. That one's, oh man, right over the plate there. And Morris just watched it go by. Strike one for Morris. 0-1 count, one out. Top of the seventh. Pitching Metziger, number 36 for the Rockies. Here's the next pitch to Morris. Swing and a miss. That was a breaking ball there to Morris, and strike two. 0-2 count, one out. Top of the seventh. No runners on base yet for the Owls. Here's the next pitch to Morris. Swing and a miss. And Morris goes down swinging. Another strikeout, or the first strikeout for Jay Metzger this game for the Rockies. Now batting for the Orem Owls, number 24, Mark Trumbo, the first baseman, had that broken bat, his last at bat, and called out at first. Here's the first pitch to Trumbo, goes for the swing and checks his bat just in time for ball one. That one was a little inside. One ball, no strikes, two outs, top of the seventh, no runners on base yet for the Owls. Here's the next pitch to Trumbo. Fouls off the top of his bat and bounces against the ground into foul territory. Trumbo currently this game having a strikeout, a double, and then that getting out at first. Trumbo is in the top five of the Pioneer League with 6 doubles and 7 extra base hits. That's strike one for Trumbo, that foul. 1-1 count, 2 outs, top of the seventh. Owls still leading 5-1 over the Rockies. Sun finally going down out here. It's a beautiful day out here in Casper, Wyoming. Here's the next pitch to Trumbo. And that one's low and outside, ball 2. Let's see, what else is Trumbo doing right now? 5 RBIs, 2 home runs so far this season. Here comes the next pitch to Trumbo. Outside again, ball 3. 3-1 count, 2 outs. Top of the seventh here. Your Orem Owls up the bat. Mark Trumbo, number 24, acquired in the 2004 draft from Anaheim, California. Here comes the next pitch to Trumbo. And looks like that one's outside, ball 4, and Trumbo takes his base. We now have a runner on first base for the Orem Owls as number 12, Colby Overstreet, takes the batter's box. Next batting, 12, Colby Overstreet, designated hitter from Midland, Texas. His last at-bat was thrown out at first. Overstreet has a runner on first base here with 2 outs in the top of the seventh. Pitcher checks his runner on first. Here's the pitch to Overstreet. Way low and outside. Fastball, ball 1. 1-0 count. 2 outs. Top of the seventh. Overstreet's got a runner on first base. Overstreet had that double at his second at-bat. Pitcher checks his runner at first. Here's the pitch to Overstreet. Right over the plate there. Overstreet watched it go by. And strike 1. 1-1 count. 2 outs. Top of the seventh. Owls still lead 5-1 over the Casper Rockies. Here's the next pitch to Overstreet. Cracks that one out into right center, and right in front of the center fielder, Maurice Luder can't get a hold of it and bounces against the ground. Advancing runners to third base, and Colby Overstreet. It's a nice single there. Advancing Mark Trumbo all the way to third base. That one was right in front of Maurice Luder there out in the gap, out in right field. We now have a runner on first and third for the Owls with 2 outs in the top of the seventh here. Owls still lead 5-1 over the Rockies. Now coming up to bat for the Orem Owls, number 36, Brett Martinez, the catcher from Redlands, California. Got a single in his last at-bat. He's got a runner on first and third. Pitcher checks his runner at first. Here's the pitch to Martinez. Fouls that one off the top of his bat there. Pretty high out in the right field foul territory. 1 strike for Martinez. 0-1 count. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Owlz doing a good job keeping their lead 5-1 over the Rockies. Martinez has a runner on first and third. And there's someone in front of my booth. Here's the next pitch to Martinez. That one right over the outside of the plate. And ball 1. And no one seems to care out here in the audience. That one looked like a strike to me, but maybe everyone was looking at something else. Looking at Hobart, the purple platypus from Casper Rockies. All right, runner on first and third. 1-1 count. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Martinez still up at the plate here. Here's the pitch to Martinez. Way low and inside. Martinez backed up for that one and composes himself. Ball 2. Martinez currently with 6 RBIs, 1 home run this season. Should be adding a lot to his score tonight. Doing a great job as well. He's always on top of those balls when he plays. When he's in his catcher's position. Always on top of those runners, not letting them steal at all. Pitcher checks his runner at first and makes the throw to first. But like throws to first base, Scoob. Oh boy. All right, runners on first and third here. 2-1 count. 2 outs for Martinez. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball right over the edge of the pitch, the edge of the plate there. And Martinez has strike 2. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Deuces on the board. Top of the 7th. Owlz still lead 5-1. And calls for a... Oh, no, he just did the 2-2 thing. All right, runners on first and third. Martinez at the plate. Here's the pitch to Martinez. Cracks that one right to the second baseman. Second baseman loses the ball, and runners advance to second and first. And Mark Trumbo comes in for another run scored for the Orem Owlz here in the top of the 7th, bringing their total to 6 over the Rockies 1. That was Mark Trumbo advancing to home there because of Eric Young's error there, bobbling the ball. All right, so a single for Martinez, thanks to Eric Young's Vaseline-covered glove. Now batting for the Orem Owlz, number 27, Josh Cole. Struck out looking his last at bat. He's now have a runner on first and second base. Here's the first pitch to Cole, and checks his bat just in time for ball 1. That one's outside. Runners on first and third, like I said, another run scored this inning for the Orem Owlz, bringing their total to 6 over the Casper Rockies 1. And Josh Cole's up to the bat, why do I keep saying that? Up to bat now, left fielder from Nampa, Idaho. Pitcher checks his runner on second. Here's the next pitch to Cole. Ooh, right over the plate there, fastball. Cole just watched it go by, strike 1. 1-1 count, 2 outs still for the Orem Owlz in the top of the 7th here. Keeping alive in this inning with a runner on first and second base. Cole's up to bat, batting 133 coming into this game. Here's the next pitch to Cole. High and outside. Ball 2. The catcher, Sargent, getting up for that one, trying to make the throw to second, but doesn't even try. Runners on first and third. 2 outs. 2-1 count. Top of the 7th. Cole still up at the bat. Pitcher checks his runner on second base. Here's the pitch to Cole. Pop fly high out into right field. Right fielder Jesse Burnell trying to get underneath it. And second baseman Eric Young gets underneath it instead, making the catch out there in right field, ending the top of the 7th inning. Owlz still lead 6-1 over the Casper Rockies. Coming back to the bottom of the 7th after this.
Welcome to the Pepsi Theater Minute. Today, the story of Langusto and Pesto.
Ah, Langusto.
Oh, pesto.
Cacciatore, lasagna, gorgonzola.
Oh, linguini, la carbonara, calzone.
Scalupini, tortellini al pomodoro, bruschetta, prosciutto, ricotta. Pepsi.
Pepsi, capellini, salame, pancetta, Pepsi, mortadella.
Calzone, Pepsi.
Pepsi, ravioli, scalopine, minestrone, prosciutto.
Pepsi e scalopine.
Linguini, cannelloni, maccheroni, gnocchi, gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola, Bologna.
Spaghetti.
Antipasti.
Parmigiano, provolone, mozzarella, Pepsi.
Langusto, calamari. Langusto, Pepsi.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
Insure both your car and home with us through Auto Owners Insurance, and we'll save you money. That's right. With Auto Owners Multiple Policy Discount, when you insure both your car, home, mobile home, or condominium, we'll save you time and money by consolidating all of your insurance needs with a no-problem company. Auto Owners Insurance.
For a free comparison, contact Western States Insurance Agency in Spanish Fork on Center Street across from City Park. Western States Insurance. Our customers are first class, just like our service. Find us in the yellow pages under insurance.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. I'm Joey Hurley, sitting here in Casper, Wyoming, as the Orem Owls take on the Casper Rockies out here in Lansing Field. Orem Owls doing a great job so far. The score is 6 for the Owls and 1 for the Rockies. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Casper Rockies are now taking the plate. Now batting for the Rockies, the catcher, number 12, Luke Sargent, got a single in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to Sargent. Reel inside and scooted back for that one for ball 1. Sargent from Costa Mesa, California, coming into the game, batting .333. Here's the next pitch to Sargent, and fouls that one off the bottom of his bat into the Owls dugout. Strike 1. 1-1 count, 0 outs. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Owls leading 6-1 over the Casper Rockies. Here's the next pitch to Sargent. Reel inside again, had to lift up his arms for that one for ball 2. 2-1 count, no outs yet here in the bottom of the 7th. The Casper Rockies up to bat. Luke Sargent currently with 1 RBI in the season. Here's the next pitch to Sargent. Right over the edge of the plate there, curveball. And strike 2. Still pitching for the Orem Owls, Daniel Hawkins, currently with 2 walks. So far in the game, number 9, Daniel Hawkins, pitching for the Owls. 2-2 count, no outs, bottom of the 7th. Here's the next pitch to Sargent, and he cracks that one out into left field, right in front of left fielder Josh Coles. Couldn't get a hold of it, and now a runner on first base for the Rockies. That's a single for Luke Sargent. The Rockies. Runners on first base, no outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. Now batting for the Casper Rockies, number 7, Jesse Brunell. Caught out at, thrown out at second base there in his last at bat. Runner on first base. Bottom of the 7th, Jesse Brunell. Here's his first pitch. Checks his swing. But right over the edge of the plate there. Strike 1. No, actually, I was right. He checked his swing, but not in time for the ball to go right over the middle of the plate there for ball 1. 1-0 count. That didn't make any sense at all. Let's just forget I said anything, and ball 1 for Brunell. 1-0 count, 0 outs, bottom of the 7th. Rockies got a runner on first base. Jesse Brunell hails from Casper, Wyoming, right fielder. Came into the game batting .200. All right, here's the next pitch to Brunell. And pops that one high, deep into left field, right between left fielder and center fielder. And looks like left fielder Josh Coles didn't get that one. And it actually went over the outfield wall for a home run. Couldn't see back there. It was very dark. And a home run for Brunell, bringing in three scores for the Casper Rockies. Well, still, doesn't matter. We're still ahead, 6-4. No, I'm sorry, 6-3. That bringing in only 2 runs for the Casper Rockies. There was a runner on first. So an RBI for Brunell, bringing in Luke Sargent for 2 more runs scored for the Casper Rockies. Scores now 6 for the Owls, 3 for the Rockies. Here's the first pitch to number 4, Nazario, as he comes up to the plate. That one's real inside, goes right over Nazario's head. And ball 1, Nazario had to sat down for that one. A lot of rhyming names tonight. Nazario, Rosario, Whipkey, Hipkey, Trumbo, Sargent. Trumbo, Sargent. All right, we're in the bottom of the 7th inning here. The Rockies have scored 2 more runs. Zeke Zimmerman, the pitching coach, heading out to the mound to give a chat to Daniel Hawkins, the pitcher for the Owls. Again, to let you know, these Owls radio broadcasts are brought to you by Ace Mortgage Company, Blue Mountain Insurance, and Marcon Incorporated. when it comes to firearms, bearing arms is your right. Gun safety is your responsibility. Never celebrate the 4th of July by firing rounds into the air. Store your firearms out of the reach of children, and always use trigger-locking devices and gun safes. Community service reminder from Sportsman's Warehouse, located on Riverdale Road between PetSmart and Target, and online at sportsmanswarehouse.com. Here's the next pitch to Nazario. And that one's right over the plate. Watch as it go by. Oh, and I guess it was inside, though. Ball 2. 2-0 count. Here's his next pitch, way outside and low. Ball 3 for Nazario. 3-0 count. No outs yet here in the bottom of the 7th. The Casper Rockies have scored 2 more runs, bringing a total of 3 under the Owlz 6. And that one right over the plate. He watches it go by. Strike 1. Nazario still up at the plate here. Here's his pitch. And fouls that one off the third base line into the Owlz dugout. Strike 2. Full count. 3-2 count. For Nazario, no outs yet here in the bottom of the 7th. Score is still 6 for the Owlz, 3 for the Rockies, trying to do their darndest to close the gap a little bit on the score, but we'll see. Here's the next pitch from Nazario, and that one's real inside, and Nazario takes his base. Daniel Hawkins walks another Rocky, and we now have a runner on first base for the Rockies. Now batting back at the top of the lineup, Eric Young, second baseman for the Rockies. As the coaches step out to the pitcher's mound, tell you a little bit about Eric Young. He came in last night for his first game playing for the Rockies. He was out for about a year on an injury. His first game was last night. And in his last at-bat, he had a single. Hometown, Pixitaway, New Jersey. Most of the infield going out to talk to our pitcher, Daniel Hawkins. Daniel Hawkins making a place for himself out there on the mound. Literally, he's digging a little hole for himself. Okay, actually, that is not Daniel Hawkins. No wonder I didn't recognize him. We have a pitching change for the Orem Owlz. And now pitching for the Owlz, number... now pitching for the Orem Owlz, number 25, Brendan Wilson. Number 25, Brendan Wilson, now pitching for the Orem Owlz from Victoria, Australia. And they're letting Wilson warm up quite a bit here. We're in the bottom of the 7th. The Rockies currently have no outs. The score is still 6-3 over the Rockies, though. You know, fans, when the Owls are at home, we want you right here at the stadium. But when the team is on the road, like me, be sure to follow them on K-Star Radio, 1400 AM, also on www.oremowls.com for our webcast. The radio broadcasts are made possible in part by Ace Mortgage Company, Blue Mountain Insurance, and Marcon Incorporated. If you're just joining us, we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. We have a pitching change for the Orem Owlz, now pitching number 25, Brendan Wilson. And I could be wrong about that. I just saw... I am completely wrong. Forget everything I just said. Now pitching for the Orem Owlz, number 26. Number 26, Kevin Lynch. Kevin Lynch now pitching for the Orem Owlz, number 26 from Fort Pierce, Florida. And here's his first pitch to number 2, Eric Young. We're at the back of the top of the lineup. And that's way outside, ball 1. All right, 1-0 count. No outs yet here in the bottom of the 7th. Score is still 6-3. Owls in favor. Rockies have a runner on first base. Here's the next pitch to Eric Young, way outside and low again. And ball 2. Pitching for the Owls, number 26, Kevin Lynch. Tell you a little bit about him in a second. Runner on first base. Here's the next pitch to Eric Young, way inside. Eric Young does a limbo on that one and goes right over his middle area for ball 3. 3-0 count, 0 outs, bottom of the 7th. Runner on first base for the Casper Rockies. And here's the next pitch to Eric Young. Another one right over the edge of the plate there. Nice pitch by Kevin Lynch. The audience is angry. And strike 1 for Eric Young. All right, runner on first. 2-1, 3-1 count, 0 outs. There's the next pitch to Young and pops that one right to our line drive to our shortstop, Heinley Stacia. And Stacia makes the catch, getting the first out here in the bottom of the 7th. 1 out now for the Casper Rockies. Still got a runner on first base. All right, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Now batting for the Casper Rockies, number 27, Maurice Lupadere. Maurice Lupadere, the center fielder, number 21 from Panama City, Panama. He's got a runner on first base with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch to Lupadere. And that one a little outside and low, ball 1. Runner on first base. Lupadere up at the plate. Here's the pitch to Lupadere. Curveball way outside. Ball 2. Kevin Lynch pitching for the Orem Owls right now. Lynch currently with a 0 ERA. Here's the pitch. Way inside. Ball 3. 3-0 count, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. Owls still lead 6-3 over the Casper Rockies. Rockies have a runner on first base. Here's the next pitch to Lupadere. And way inside again, fastball, ball 4. Kevin Lynch has walked Lupadere. Now a runner on first and second for the Casper Rockies. Catcher Martinez goes out to Kevin Lynch to give him a little talk there. 1 out only for the Rockies here in the bottom of the 7th. Now batting for the Casper Rockies, number 5, Cole Garner, the designated hitter. Struck out in his last at-bat. Thank you. Runners on first and second, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Owls lead 6-3 over the Rockies. Here's the pitch to Garner. Pops that one right in the right field, right in the gap, in front of right fielder Anderson Rosario, and he couldn't get that one. And runners advance to second, rounding third, and 2 runs scored in for the Casper Rockies in this inning. Oh man, the crowd is going crazy. That was Garner hitting out in the right field, right in front of the right fielder Anderson Rosario. Couldn't get it in time, and runners advanced. 2 runners advanced to home. The score is now 6-5 in favor of the Orem Owls. Rockies trying to close the gap here. Now batting for the Casper Rockies, number 25, Chris Cook. His first pitch is a curveball way outside, ball 1 for Cook. 1-0 count, still 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. And Owls still lead 6-5. Here's the next pitch, another curveball way outside, ball 2. Batting Chris Cook for the Casper Rockies, first baseman from Mesa, Arizona, got walked in his last at-bat. He's got a runner on second base here, looking at only 1 out. Here's his next pitch. Outside again, curveball, ball 3. That curveball not as wild as the last one before it, had a little more control underneath it. 3-0 count, 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the next pitch to Cook. And that one, another curveball, but this one touches the edge of the plate for strike 1. 3-1 count, 1 out. Cook still at bat with a runner on second base and only 1 out. Here's the next pitch to Cook. Another curveball way outside and ball 4. Kevin Lynch has walked another batter for the Rockies. They now have a runner on first and second base with only 1 out. And slowly closing the gap here, very dangerously close. Score is 6-5. Owls 6, Rockies 5. Now batting for the Casper Rockies, number 27, Trevor Allen. Fouled out to left field his last at bat with bases loaded. Here's the first pitch to Trevor Allen. Curveball right over the edge of the strike zone. Strike 1. Allen has a runner on first and second base with 1 out. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And beautiful strike. Fastball right over the plate there. Strike 2. 0-2 count. 1 out. Runners on first and second. We're here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Casper Rockies trying to close the gap. 6-5. Score is 6-5 in favor of the Owls still. Here's the next pitch to Trevor Allen. High pop fly out to the second baseman, Billy Boyer. And Boyer makes the catch, getting the second out for the Orem Owls here. Billy Boyer went almost all the way over to first base to catch that one. But whatever you need to do to get it done. 2 outs now for the Casper Rockies with a runner on first and second base in the bottom of the 7th. Owls are still leading 6-3 over the Rockies. Now batting for the Casper Rockies, number 17, Daniel Mayora, third baseman. Here's the first pitch to Mayora, and fouls that one off the top of his bat, or is behind us. Daniel Mayora from Estado, Venezuela, his last at bat struck out, batting 333 coming into this game. Mayora with 4 RBIs this season. Here's the next pitch to Mayora. That one a curveball way outside. Ball 1. 1-1 count. 2 outs for the Casper Rockies. They got a runner on first and second, trying to close the gap in this inning, bringing the total to 5 under the Owlz 6. Here's the next pitch to Mayora. Curveball went right over the edge of the strike zone there. And strike 2. Our pitcher, Kevin Lynch, doing a fantastic job of tricking these players. They're just watching them go by, curving right over the edge of the plate. Here's the next pitch to Mayora. And gets a hold of that one on the edge of his bat, but fouls it off the back there. That one looked like it was very close to his hands. All right, Daniel Mayora up to bat here for the Rockies with a runner on first and second. 1-2 count. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. A long inning for the Casper Rockies, trying to do their best this time. Here's the next pitch to Mayora. And that one a little outside. Checks his swing. Ball 2. A fastball from Lynch. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Deuces on the board. Bottom of the 7th. Owls still lead 6-5. Getting close here, though. Runners on first and second. Here's the next pitch to Mayora. Fouls off the top of his bat again into the net behind us. Thanks for joining me out here in Casper, Wyoming. Having a great time tonight. Owls are leading 6-5 over the Rockies. A very close game. Runners on first and second for the Rockies up at bat now. Mayora up at bat. And here's his pitch. And right over the plate there, fastball watches it go by. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout for Mayora. And a strikeout for Kevin Lynch, I guess, too. That ends the bottom of the 7th inning. The score is 6-5 in favor of the Owls. Come on back to the 8th inning after this.
With energy costs soaring higher than an Owlz homer, it's important that your cooling system is working at peak performance. So call Triple T Heating and Cooling. We feature service and repairs of all makes and models of heating and cooling systems. And come winter, we can set you up with a warm, energy-efficient gas fireplace. Serving all of Utah County, visit our showroom 1550 North Main in Spanish Fork or log on to TripleTHeating.com. Triple T Heating and Cooling. Comfort from our family to yours for over 30 years.
When a medical emergency occurs, the minutes it takes for help to arrive can be the most important minutes in saving a person's life. Do you know what to do in a life-threatening situation? Save a Heart of Utah provides daily private and public classes in CPR and first aid, including the new automatic external defibrillator. The classes are interactive, practical, enjoyable, and may just be the most important 2 hours you ever spend. Make sure you know what to do in an emergency. Call Save a Heart Utah at 582-7114.
1400 K-Star.
All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Birds of Play with the Wingmen. That song reminds me of a candy bar I had once. It was delicious. Oh, Abba Zaba, why must you be so delicious? We're here in Casper, Wyoming. Casper Rockies versus the Orem Owlz. The Orem Owlz doing a great job so far this game, but the Rockies are slowly closing the gap. The score is now 6 for the Owls and 5 for the Rockies. The Rockies scored 4 runs in that last inning, bringing their total up to 5, scaring me a little bit. But the Owls are still ahead, 6-5, and Owls are coming up to bat here. Now batting for the Orem Owlz, number 19, Anderson Rosario. Rosario's first pitch fouls off his bat there, and he goes for the run, but calls it foul. Strike 1 for Rosario. Rosario's last at bat was a single, batting .250 coming into this game. Hails from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Again, number 19, Anderson Rosario, up to bat right now. Still pitching Jay Metzger for the Rockies. Here comes the next pitch to Rosario. That one fouls off the top of his bat as well. Oh, actually, just goes inside and over his bat for ball one. 1-1 count. No outs yet here. We're in the top of the 8th inning, and I forgot to mention, top of the 8th. Owlz leading 6-5. Here's the pitch to Rosario. Fouls off the top of his bat into the net behind us. Strike two. 1-2 count. No outs yet here in the top of the 8th. Rosario taking the plate. Rosario currently with 3 RBIs this season. Singled in his first at-bat. Struck out his second and singled again in his third. Here's the next pitch to Rosario. High pop fly out into right field foul territory. Catcher and first baseman are trying to get underneath it and bounces off the Rockies dugout. We're still at 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Rosario still up at the bat for the Owlz. Hopefully we can keep our lead ahead and maybe secure that coming up in this inning. Rosario is a right fielder acquired in a 2003 draft. No runners on base, no outs. 1-2 count, top of the 8th. Rosario in the batter's box. And here's the pitch to Rosario. Pops that one right past the pitcher into center field. Grounder to center and rounds to first base. And stops at first. Screeching halt at first base. And another single for Rosario. That's 3 singles this game so far. Nice hit right past the pitcher and into the gap in front of center fielder Maurice Lufider. Couldn't get a hold of it. Rolled right in front of him, and Rosario now on base. The Orem Owls have a runner on base now with no outs in the top of the 8th. Now batting for your Orem Owls, number 23, Santrell Smith, the center fielder. Santrell Smith, number 23. And the infielders having a little chat out there. Santrell Smith hails from Atlanta, Georgia. Struck out in his first at-bat, singled in his second, and an RBI in his third, bringing in Martinez for another run scored. Batting .281 coming into this game. That's Santrell Smith, currently with now 4 RBIs and no home runs yet. All right, looks like we have a pitching change for the Casper Rockies. As soon as I get that information, I will tell you. It looks like to me, number 3. Let me check on that. New pitcher for the Rockies warming up right now. Once I find that information for you, I'll get it to you. The Owls have 1 runner on base now. We're in the top of the 8th with no outs. Owls still lead 6-5 over the Rockies. I told you about Santrell Smith a little bit. He's next up to bat here, warming up right now. The pitcher getting a few extra warm-up throws here. I want you guys to know that you can check out the www.oremowls.com to catch the webcast of these games. Also, come out to the home of the Owl Stadium on the Utah Valley State campus and check out some of our games at home. We come back home on Tuesday the 5th versus Casper again. And you want to check out our new stadium, brand new this year, inaugural season for the Orem Owls. Were the Provo Angels last year. Okay, here we go. Now pitching for the Casper Rockies, number 31, Byron Binda. Byron Binda now pitching. I'll write that down so I don't forget. All right, Santrell Smith takes the batter's box, and he's got a runner on first base with no outs here in the top of the 8th. Santrell Smith brought in Martinez in his last at-bat, or another run scored. Okay, here's the first pitch to Smith. Low and outside. Oh, curveball right over the... Oh, that one is real close. Real outside of the edge of the plate there. And strike 1 for Smith. 0-1 count, 0 outs. Top of the 8th, runner on first base. Here comes the next pitch to Santrell Smith. Real inside, had to duck back for that one. And ball 1. Santrell Smith, our center fielder, making that last catch in that, getting out Daniel Mayora. No, never mind. Doing something. Catching out, I believe, Nazario. And the pitcher checks his runner at first, who is going for the steal there. Actually, that one fouled off the top of Santrell Smith's bat and went for the steal, but no good. 1-2 count, no outs. Top of the 8th inning. Santrell Smith up at bat with one runner on base. Here's his pitch. Pops that one high, foul behind us, and hits something very large and hollow. Some kind of metal crate of some sort. Maybe, perhaps has a dinosaur inside. You never know. A velociraptor, perhaps. All right, runner on first base. 1-2 count. No outs here in the top of the 8th. Owlz still lead 6-5 over the Rockies, and pitcher checks his runner at first, and still safe at first. One-two count. No outs. Runner on first base. Santrell Smith still on the plate. Here's the pitch to Santrell, low and outside, and runner advances to second base. Catcher just dropped that one, and it looks like it hit him in the knee, and he's the catcher taking a knee. That one hit the catcher's knee and bounced back, allowing Rosario to make it to second base. And looks like the first aid crew going out to the catcher, Luke Sargent, to see if he's okay. And they're checking him out right now. It's currently 2-2 count, 0 outs in the top of the 8th. The Orem Owls are up to bat. We now have a runner on second base, and they're still taking care of Luke Sargent out there. Well, let's let you know that these Owls broadcasts are brought to you by Marcon Incorporated, Ace Mortgage Company, and Blue Mountain Insurance. These guys help us make these broadcasts possible. Also, K-Star Radio doing a great job helping me out there, way out in Orem, Utah. And they're still checking to make sure if the catcher is okay. He's taking a couple squats to see if he's fine or not. And looks like they're leaving him in. Santrell Smith still up to bat here with 0 outs in the top of the 8th and a runner on second base. Like I was saying last before, check out our new stadium at UVSC campus, the home of the Owl Stadium, brand new this year, just opened up. Lots of fun. And check out our schedule on OremOwls.com for some great promotions and giveaways this year. All right, runner on second base. 2-2 count, no outs here in the top of the 8th. Owls still lead 6-5 over the Rockies. Here's the pitch to Santrell Smith. Fouls that one high up behind us and cracks some glass. That was a sound effect. It wasn't real. And still 2-2 count for Santrell Smith. Runner on second base, no outs yet. Top of the 8th inning now, still leads 6-5 over the Rockies, keeping their lead. The Rockies are trying to close the gap. Here's the next pitch to Smith. That one's low and outside. Smith didn't even try for that one. And ball 3. Two count. Actually, it didn't didn't count as anything for some reason. 2-2 count, no outs. Top of the 8th inning here. Of course, still 6-5. Runner on second base, and Santrell Smith takes a little break. I was just handed a note that the attendance tonight at the Casper Rocky Stadium, 2,033 people over last night's 896, right? Holy cow. That's almost 1 million times more. Almost. All right, here's the next pitch to Smith. And gets his walk. That one low and outside. Ball 4, and Santrell Smith takes his base. We now have a runner on first and second base, and the crowd is super angry. Runners on first and second. No outs yet here in the top of the 8th. A good chance for Heinle Stacia coming up to bat to secure the lead. Heinle Stacia, number 14, back at the top of the lineup, now batting for the Orem Owls. His last at bat, fouled out. Thrown out. No, the ball was caught in center field. There we go. 1 out of 3. Ain't bad. Heinle Stacia up to bat now, the shortstop from Curaçao, Netherlands, Antilles. He's got a runner on first and second. No outs. Goes for the bunt right up third base line and tries to go for first, and the throw is overthrown at first. Heinle Stacia rounds to second, Smith rounds to third, and we have a run scored. Rosario coming in at home. Another run scored by Smith. 2 more runs scored for the Orem Owls here in the top of the 8th inning. A nice bunt there. A nice bunt there by Heinle Stacia, bringing in 2 more runners for the Orem Owls. The throw from third baseman Daniel Mayora went right over first baseman Chris Cook's glove, allowing these runners to continue doing what they do best. So that's Heinle Stacia, another RBI this game, bringing in 2 more runners here in the top of the 8th, bringing the total to 8 over the Casper Rockies 5. Runner on third base still as Billy Boyer takes the plate. Billy Boyer, second baseman for the Owls from Auburn, Washington. Billy Boyer's got a runner on third with no outs yet here in the top of the 8th. Here's the pitch to Boyer. A little outside. Didn't swing for that one. Ball 1. The score is now 8-5 over the Casper Rockies. The Owls just scoring a couple more runs this inning. 8-5. Pitcher checks his runner at third base. Nods at the signal. And here's the pitch to Boyer. Swing and a miss. A breaking ball right there. And strike 1 for Boyer. 1-1 count. No outs yet here in the top of the 8th. The Owls have scored 2 more runs. The score is now 8-5 over the Casper Rockies. We have a runner on third base still in scoring position. Keeping our lead ahead. No prob, Bob. Here's the next pitch to Boyer. Pops that one high foul behind us into right field foul territory. And strike 2. All right, runner on third base. 1-2 count. No outs. Top of the 8th inning. Billy Boyer still up at the plate. Boyer with 5 RBIs. Actually 6 now in this game. Here's the next pitch to Boyer. Checks his swing just in time. Way outside. Ball 2. 2-2 count. 0 outs. Top of the 8th inning here. Billy Boyer up to plate with a runner on third base. Pitcher checks his runner at third. Here's the pitch to Boyer. High pop fly out into right center. And that one is gone. Good gracious, a home run for Billy Boyer, bringing in 1 run, bringing in 2 runs. Billy Boyer with a home run. His 3rd of the season. Billy Boyer's 3rd run of the season. Bringing in Heinle Stacia and himself. Adding 2 more runs scored for the Orem Owls in this top of this inning. Bringing their total to 10 over the Casper Rockies 5. Score is now 10. Score is now 10 for the Orem Owls, 5 for the Rockies. Bases now emptied with no outs. Holy cow. Now up to bat, number 30, Dallas Morris. His first pitch right over the plate there, fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Dallas Morris struck out swinging his last at bat. Here's the next pitch to Morris. Pops that one high out into left field. And looks like it's in fair, and it is caught right in the foul territory, right on the line there. Caught by the shortstop, Nazario, and 1 out now for the Orem Owls. We're still in the top of the 8th inning here. The Owls have scored 4 runs in this inning, bringing their total to 10 over the Casper Rockies 5, keeping that lead without no one trailing behind them. Now up to bat, number 24, Mark Trumbo. Mark Trumbo, first baseman from Anaheim, California, got walked in his last at-bat. Also a double this game. Mark Trumbo with 1 out so far. Here's the pitch. Checks his swing, but not good enough. Right over the edge of the plate there. Strike 1 for Trumbo. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss, real high, right over the plate there. That's actually strike 3. I missed the first one. And Trumbo has struck out. 2 outs now for the Orem Owls in the top of the 8th here. Score is still 10-5 over the Casper Rockies. And now taking the plate, number 12, Colby Overstreet, designated hitter from Midland, Texas. Got a single in his last at-bat. Here's the pitch to Overstreet. Cracks that one down the first base line. First baseman tosses it to the pitcher, and pitcher makes the out at first base. ending the top of the 8th inning. Score is now 10 for the Owls and 5 for the Rockies. Coming back for the bottom of the 8th after this.
This is the true story of flying wolverines. Once there was a smart doctor named Dr. Smart. One day at Utah Valley State College, Dr. Smart met some wolverines who wanted to learn to fly, but they had no wings. Dr. Smart said, I can give you wings, and he started a professional flight school for the wolverines. He saw how the industry was growing, so he made room for more wolverines in his school. Soon he had a full staff of instructors and a fleet of aircraft to help teach hundreds of wolverines in Utah Valley. There were hundreds of other wolverines, though, living all over the country who wanted to learn to fly at such a great school. Dr. Smart told them, wings for you too. Then he did something very unique. He made aviation courses available online. Suddenly, wolverines living far away could train at flight schools right in their own backyards and earn their bachelor's degrees from UVSC. Today, thanks to Dr. Smart and UVSC's Global Aviation Program, there are flying wolverines all over the world. You can learn about them at uvscaviation.com.
This message sponsored by the Salt Lake Radio Broadcasters Association.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Owlz broadcast is brought to you in part by Payson Sports and Trophy, Blue Ribbon Quality and Service, by Frederico Landscaping, exceeding your expectations since 1980, by the United States Air Force, Cross into the Blue, by Western States Insurance Agency. Our customers are first class, just like our service, and by Triple T Heating and Cooling, comfort from our family to yours.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everybody, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're here in Casper, Wyoming, against the Casper Rockies. The Orem Owls doing a fantastic job here, ending the top of the 8th inning, scoring 4 more runs, bringing their total to 10 over the Casper Rockies 5, keeping their lead strong and in charge. The Orem Owls have taken the field now. It looks like we have a pitching change for the Owls. Now pitching for the Orem Owls, number 6, John Sullivan. Number 6, John Sullivan, now pitching for the Orem Owls. John Sullivan comes into the game with a 0 ERA, 5.2 innings pitched, and 4 strikeouts so far. Okay, it looks like the Casper Rockies are taking the plate. Now batting for the Casper Rockies, number 21, Maurice Lupider, the center fielder. I'm sorry. Looks like we have a insert into the lineup. Now batting for the Rockies, number 28. Number 28, Steven Suarez. Steven Suarez now batting. His first pitch is a little low and outside. That's ball 1. Here comes his next pitch. And fouls that one off the top of his bat there, back into the net. This is Steven Suarez up to bat for the Casper Rockies, number 28. Suarez currently batting .333 with 4 RBIs. And while I was reading that paper, he got 3 strikes for some reason. I don't know how that happened. I was in some kind of limbo world for a second. And another strikeout. First strikeout for John Sullivan this game. Striking out Steven Suarez there. Okay, we're back in the normal lineup here. That was Steven Suarez batting for Luke Sargent. And now batting for the Casper Rockies, number 7, Jesse Brunell, coming in with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the first pitch to Brunell. And that one bounced against the catcher's knee into the air. And ball 1 for Brunell. Brunell with an RBI at his last at-bat. Batting .200 coming into this game. All right, here's the next pitch to Brunell. Right over the edge of the plate there's fastball, strike 1. And that one looked like a little outside to me, but I guess right over the plate. 1-1 count, 1 out here, bottom of the 8th. Also lead 10-5 with the Rockies. Here's the pitch to Brunell. And that one right outside, fastball, ball 2. 2-1 count, 1 out. Bottom of the 8th inning. Here comes the next pitch to Brunell. Real inside, and And Martinez snags that one out of the air for ball 3. 3-1 count, 1 out. Owlz still lead 10-5 over the Rockies. Rockies have no runners on base so far. Burnell up to bat from Casper, Wyoming. Here's his next pitch, and that one fouled off top behind us into the grandstands. And strike 1 for Burnell. I'm sorry, strike 2 for Burnell. 3-2 count, 1 out. Bottom of the 8th here. Casper Rockies behind the Owlz by 5 runs. Here's the next pitch to Burnell, and cracks that one high out into left center. And Heinley Stacia, the shortstop, runs backwards and grabs that one out of the air. Nice play by Heinley Stacia there. Getting into the gap and making the play. Now getting 2 outs for the Casper Rockies. All right, 2 outs now as Radames Nazario comes up to bat. Radames Nazario, the shortstop. Here's his first pitch, and swing and a miss. Right over the plate there, fastball, strike 1. He had a lot of power behind that, almost lost his footing. 2 outs here, 0-1 count. Here's the pitch to Nazario, and pops that one foul right behind us. Nazario coming in the game with a .250 batting average. All right, no runners on base. 0-2 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th here. Here's the next pitch to Nazario, and that one's outside. Watched it go by for ball 1. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Rockies up at the plate here with no runners on base. Here's the next pitch to Nazario. That one he tried to scoot back for to make it inside, but it went right over the plate. And fastball, strike 2, ending the bottom of the 8th inning. Owlz still lead 10-5 over the Rockies. Coming back for the bottom of the 8th. I'm sorry, for the top of the
your
9th.
Utah Valley source for all your family's outdoor adventure needs. Serving Utah County for over 17 years. We have a wide stock of excellent gear and clothing from Mountain Hardware, the North Face, and Sierra Designs, along with the Valley's largest selection of Chaco sandals. Whether you go camping, climbing, hiking, or mountaineering, we have what you need. Let us take care of you. Out and Back, 1797 South State Street, Orem. Bring in your Owlz ticket stub within 7 days after the game and get up to 3 pair of our $14.95 Quick Dry Nylon River Shorts for only $4.95. Or mention this ad and get 2 pair of $6.95 outdoor socks free with any purchase over $20.
The United States Air Force salutes the athletes competing in today's game. They know in sports, like in life, you have to step up to the challenge to succeed. If you have high aspirations and want to be part of another champion team, join the United States Air Force. You'll receive training in a variety of fields and become part of an elite group of men and women dedicated to the service of this great country. Call 1-800-423-USAF or log on to airforce.com. The United States Air Force. Cross into the blue.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman, Joey Hurley, out here in Casper, Wyoming. Hope you're having a good time. We're having a great game out here. We're at the top of the 9th inning. The Orem Owls now up to bat. They have a fantastic lead, 10-5 over the Casper Rockies. Looks like we have a pitching change for the Rockies. Now pitching number 20, Sandy Espinosa. Now pitching for the Rockies, Sandy Espinosa, number 20. Sandy Espinosa hails from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Another one of our players in the Pioneer League from the Dominican Republic. Espinosa currently with a 12.0 ERA, 3.0 innings pitched, and 2 strikeouts. He has 0 wins, 0 losses so far. That's number 20, Espinosa. Okay, the Orem Owls taking the plate now. 0 outs here. Top of the 9th inning. Orem Owls with the lead, 10-5 over the Rockies. Now batting for the Orem Owls, number 36, Brett Martinez. Brett Martinez, the catcher from Redlands, California, got a single in his last at-bat. All right, he's taking the plate here. No runners on base. Top of the 9th. No outs. And Brett Martinez. Here comes his first pitch. And curveball right over the edge of the plate there. Strike 1. Watch that one go by. Again, pitching Espinosa, number 20 for the Rockies, new pitcher. And here comes the next pitch to Martinez. Cracks that one out into left field, right down the third base line, and bounces past the third baseman. And Martinez rounds first and rounds to second. A double for Martinez. Fantastic hit by Martinez right there along the third baseline. Left fielder Trevor Allen couldn't get a hold of it. And we now have a runner on second base. That's a double from Brett Martinez. Now batting number 27, Josh Cole, the left fielder from Nampa, Idaho. Number 27, Josh Cole, now up to bat. And the audience is super angry that our team is doing well. All right, Martinez on second base there. Runner on second. No outs yet here in the top of the ninth. Josh Cole's up to bat. Here's his first pitch. And right over the plate there, watches it go by. Fastball, strike one. 0-1 count. 0 outs. Top of the ninth. Josh Cole's had a pop fly out into right field and caught out in the last at bat. Here's the next pitch to Cole. Swing and a miss. That one was a breaking ball. Dropped right over the plate. And strike two for Cole. 0-2 count. 0 outs. And a runner on second base for the Orem Owls, doing a fantastic job. Still ahead 10-5 over the Rockies. Here comes the next pitch to Cole. Inside. And ball one. Cole's moved his bat just in time for that one. 1-2 count. 0 outs. Top of the ninth inning. Cole's up to bat with a runner on second base. Orem Owls keeping their lead 10-5. Pitcher checks his runner behind him. Here's the pitch to Cole. Way outside and low. Ball two. So far tonight, Cole's getting a double and a couple strikeouts, batting 133 coming into this game. He's now facing the 2-2 pitch with no outs. Pitcher checks his runner. Here's the pitch. And that one looked like a little outside for ball three. 3-2 count. No outs. Still got a runner on second. Owls still with a fantastic 5-run lead over the Casper Rockies here in the top of the ninth. Still pitching for the Rockies, number 20, Espinosa, Sandy Espinosa. Here's the next pitch. And swing and a miss, but way inside. I guess looked like it just caught the edge of his bat there for a foul. We're still at the 3-2 count. No outs. Runner on second. Cole's up to bat still for the Orem Owls. Pitcher checks his runner on second. Here's the pitch to Cole. And that one goes outside and low, and Cole takes his base. Espinosa, the pitcher for the Rockies, walking as first person tonight. The Orem Owls now have a runner on first and second base with no outs here in the top of the ninth, keeping their lead ahead 10-5 over the Rockies. Now batting for your Orem Owls, number 19, Andrew Rosario. Rosario, 3 singles tonight and 2 stolen bases. Holy cow. All right, Rosario comes up with no outs, runner on first and second. Facing a new pitcher. And here's his first pitch. Fouls that one off the top of his bat and into the net behind us. Strike one. Rosario with 3 RBIs so far this season. Hails from the Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. All right, runners on first and second. 0-1 count. 0 outs. Anderson Rosario at the plate. Pitcher checks his runner behind him. Here's the pitch to Rosario. And pops that one out into right field. And it is foul. Sorry about that. Off the right field foul line there. Just about 10 feet foul. And strike two for Rosario. Very odd in this press box. There's a window in front of me. And it's almost like a two-way mirror. And I can stare at myself as I read numbers and say words. All right, runners on first and second, 0-2 count. No outs here in the top of the ninth. Here's the next pitch to Rosario. And just off the top of his bat, looks like the bat shook on that one. Actually didn't touch his bat, went right over. That's strike three for Rosario. Looked like it touched the bat to me on that one. And Espinosa has struck out his first batter in this game. That's Andrew Rosario going down, getting one out now for the Orem Owls. Still got a runner on first and second as number 23, Stantrell Smith, steps up to bat. Stantrell Smith walked his last at-bat. Here's his pitch. Swing and a miss. Right over the plate there, fastball. Strike one. Runners on first and second trying to advance, but no good. Santrell Smith hails from Atlanta, Georgia, came into the game batting .281. We're in the top of the ninth here with only 1 out, 0-1 count. Santrell Smith up to bat. Here's his pitch. Pops that one off the top of his bat. Foul ball. And strike 2. 0-2 count. 1 out. Top of the ninth. Owlz still taking their lead 10-5 over the Rockies, keeping that lead strong. Got a runner on first and second just to secure that. And pitcher checks his runner on second. Here's the pitch to Smith. Way outside. Catcher bobbles it. And runners advance to second and third. And the catcher, Luke Sargent, doesn't even try to make the throw. And runners advance to second and third. I'm sorry, new catcher for the Rockies. That's number 28. Pardon me a second. Number 28, Steven Suarez, now catching. Here's the next pitch to Santrell Smith. Another one inside. Looks like it just fouled off the bottom of his bat, and catcher Suarez went for the tag and got Santrell Smith to tag him out. That one fouled off the bottom of his bat into fair territory, and Santrell Smith didn't move. And now 2 outs for the Orem Owlz. Sorry, that was kind of confusing. We had a runner on second and third. Santrell Smith fouled his last one there, and the catcher Suarez picked up the ball and tagged him before Santrell Smith even moved, getting the second out here in the top of the ninth for the Owlz. Now batting up to the top of the lineup, Heinle Stacia with a runner on second and third and 2 outs. Pitcher checks his runner. Here's the first pitch to Stacia. Fouls that one high off behind us into the grandstand. Heinle Stacia's last at bat got an RBI, bringing in a couple more players, bringing our total to 10-5. Help do that. All right, here's the next pitch to Stacia with 2 runners on base, and cracks that one towards the shortstop. Shortstop picks it up and throws it to first baseman Chris Cook, getting the out at first. And no more runs scored here in this inning, the top of the ninth. The score is 10-5 in favor of the Orem Owlz. Come on back for the bottom of the ninth after these messages.
I'm here at Utah Valley State College with new president William Cedarberg. Mr. Cedarberg, why is UVSC your choice?
UVSC is my choice because it's a dynamic institution. The faculty are very strong. It's located in a community with strong values, a community committed to higher education, and I think the future is extremely bright here. So as I look at it, I really didn't want to go to a school that was just maintaining the status quo. I wanted to be a school that was in transition, that was exciting, that was happening.
Okay. As president, what are your plans?
My largest job as president is to help the school and the members of this UVSC community establish a direction for the future, and then to go out and rally support for that direction. I think the future is extremely bright, and UVSC is definitely my choice for the future.